Yes, streaming live on Facebook, Kastle 90.3 FM Cape Coast. Join the show on Facebook and pay. Share show ni be mama like na share for comments ne bra. Meje bre akenkani na enso to me the amount. Na no pay ye bedi nkoma hodo pi ewo dwumadi so. Ye bedi kan remu wa mono ne FKK bana fei. Few days to go. Now the various leagues shasie across Europe. The major leagues now when je ho no. Ye ba be shasie no ti no. Transfers ne kwasa ye no so nche bia na eno so no ba be close deals ne mo ayehye papa eno a Benjamin Sesko to Manchester United no ya dia osme conversation na kone ne ye papa ye de nyina no de ebe ma na Chelsea so gusu a tontom players ne bia ye de ho nsem no ebi ebe tudwa wo transfers ne mu Alexander Isaac so on Newcastle for ye training wo kwa na sa wo tena ho nsem no ye de nyina ebetumi enso ede aba ewo dwumade isom na ya remu wo all other issues the free conformance so ba no ya di ho enkomo ede amount na friendly games ni so cost ni na bebo akire ewa mano ne etumi ede ama wo ne ye be remu wo Manchester City camp na fe supporters a mudi team no akire no so far ne akono mahunu na fe season na ba beto dwa no so no mahunu ne mahodo mo so eye na be bia mo so no betumi aye no Sell league no mokwa kwaje and I say the top 4 no mbe remu ni ade no ye be analyze ni nyina wo show no so to me e the amount including other issues ni nyina no so no e wo hono no ye betumi e di e ho komo e to me e the amount ye be fia be hwe afisam no na no adagana munim se yante asem de wo man Ghana mu no kwasem ni enu ade esi ye no man ni nyina boto ate se abrahu ye papa na te se nyakopon no a o na ye di nyina ebe dan no se ye de ye ni ntiase bia ye ni nchechemu bia we de enu a esi ye no ho na nemu ne so be pie mu a Ghana nyina rahwo no na ya no mo so ayeso ye wo eye sports mu no ye former deputy minister of youth and sports ra eye omane boama ye nyina yesu etwa dwajo e wo no ho a ne ho sem kakra beba na fe ya baba be ka bi so e wo dwumadi so e wo sports ni mu other issues e wa ha transfers e koso e wo man Ghana mu a deals ahodo koso beto dwa de amount police ladies ahoboabo for eye wafu zombi e ma no eye Champions League qualifiers no e ho nkomo no de beba abesom ye tiefo e wo dwumadi so ene enkoma hodo pi ene frifie ba every pemu ne bedi ho komo atumi edi amount e wo dwumadi so mi din Miss Ruby Adams ene ye Thursday ene e August bosom ne de to so so afi 2025 film ye kwa ma no na fence ma FKK aboabo no watumi aboachire atumi edi ama ye sending your messages WhatsApp message text message no what the 50244 743143 0244 743143.
The real sports is here.
Neuer's caught in no man's land. It's
Marley!
Mame fa asedama aboafo anopei omasi asne show ye de ebrel na make I will say adia high sense adwumakuo no say bomadian le boremo high sense showroom e ben wo na kwaje high sense products ene open quality electronic appliance dey no high sense dey no papa eche entwenyam kane ane bo no so dey airfo ne nei uboremo mu showrooms across the nation dey here bia on sabeka so pe TV open refrigerator be gas cooker washing machine smartphones no sound system kettle iron blender electric cookers ni nyina na buso high sense showrooms wo finfin man dem ha wo ma share no wo man kesin Bluish restaurant on take corner kwaje high sense product pa ne bo no so da form free 0302 55 0000 0302 55 0000 high sense everyday prices for everyday people kaisa Ghana for na be piano high sense e ho ma kwa wonsa e be ka wo mu lonat e ye dread to malaria say malaria na tete ohun ezisi hu su ho dodo hu se ho ya shibi fifi ni bi flu hu se we de malaria na ha wo akwanya test ni hwe yenya ye hwe ni hu sampa malaria na ha wo e drop ba kwa me kan forma wo no e ye lonat eno and the best kata malaria no enso atumi e de amawo FDA faja tum koda no mpanyifo no nunu bia na mo na fe entu malaria no ase entumi emfa emao Telecel say too much money promo ni gusto e koso en some fa ho mo Telecel busua no a wo ya kachi ma honya ha fa ho Telecel busua no e na fe womo so no etumi ema wonya sika ni bi ni sika no ba bedwa cheche wa telecell so wo star 500 hasha na se ne ko Play Store ne App Store na download the app no telecell play app no wo sha se wo reload on airtime no data bundle no from 5 to this going no na wonya akwanya get into the draw enti bomodi afa ho hyemu bi debia won san kana nya wo 100 Ghana cedis weekly price near 20,000 cedis and after grand price near 1.2 million meno kasenya nipa over 3,000 womadi 100 Ghana ni bi na about 23 people and almost so etumi enya 20,000 cedis ni bi adi into to our trend there fa hobo telecell no na too much money promo no so enya wo chefa wo mu telecell connecting energies make I was say betway bet influencer no gusua koso betway for same obia betumi betway influencer the ten say woni bet ni mu tumi hye bet no a o hye a won ko amantwa cheche ma foforo nkonwa be send code no mankrofo ti WhatsApp no well contact mu o mama ni jebet no no ro mama ni o mama ni hokura nya send mo nyina no mu kotwa enti wo hye bet o twa no be 10 cedis wo de mankrofo o mo so kwakotwa no 150 sika o mo de twa bet no ye te ho 4% e de amount nye de obedi no de omo no e de twa bet no bet ni mpo ammo a wonya osika di enti what for the kra fa ho boy e bet to abusuan we na influencer no so be ye bi wo Ghana hanum say cheche bet no cheche mako afoforo entwa bi na 4% e wo sika omo e di etwa no ho we the exclusive to betway wonya ne ba bia betway for say bet the responsible way betway for say get way more anopai wani ehu ade ye o posa wani ekokọ wani kosuo na kase na ya ade ben wo se den kra wo hu wani wisi ho wani ni prunsuo wani no de emesho mani ho agrokra ni ho agro nti de ye wani bia no a wonte ase no Faberdan 31st Herbal Clinic omo de omo ye eye specialist oma kwadare wo ani ho dwubadie nti ene de ani ho nko an omo hwa ma wo nti bra ebe hwe wani ne de ama no ni swate wan amu ade ehu ne yie papa eno nti bomode aka iso come and kesima school kesim ewo Ifra Junction ene ne di animhwe okọ asim for sunsu amoba Presby Church no for su krom ho na agura so ebro so bypass nkube mokọ a obetumi ehu 31st Herbal Clinic oba Cape Coast anum dia kaisa Kastle FM yenim harum ya Cocoa Depot asie ha ya Kastle FM opposite ya na aba ubehu 31st Herbal Clinic brother doctor ehu wani no entumi enfama frɛ 0559 999543 0559 999543 ofra doctor ebetumi ajewo so
The real sports is here.
Neuer's caught in no man's land. It's Marley!
Kastle FM. The sports king. The real sports is here.
Neuer's caught in no man's land. It's Marley!
Kastle FM. The sports king.
Kastle 90.3 FM sini Robert Mensah Sports eni atena senopaya yade ema wono FKK ede yekọ amano ne na fe enkoma waboabo anu no nyina no watumi abo achire enso watumi ede amaye na wode yekọ amano na mede sa we enkaiboy ema passe drivers ni nyina anu a motomufu wo no wo goal asem de abade amamo mo amonso montomo de no goal no munya mfa mo hu nkohyemu bi and I'm say achede pa na abebuso e wo goal ebe chechede amamo nti kosisi ikoto fuel no goal fuel station bi e ben wo kwa aya no register with that fuel station no mama tally card na card no abra bi a wo ba no a wo to fuel no na card no wo de maw wo de maw achede e wo mu e de be ma wo no appliances a ewom electrical appliances e wo e be maw enye fedi agro fuel coupons wo mu t-shirt and afi ayade a Christmas hampers wo mu a ye ba cheche e de amount go loyalty promotion shase kosisi na register wo any of the stations a ben wo say Cape Coast Anum Pedu Goal UCC Goal Adesadel Abiase de no Sildu de no Abra Stadium Mankasim so call no mu a Mankasim Goal Hadjuma ko Goal Breman Esikuma and afi Bakano Goal no ba kosisi kotofu na fi register wo now tally card na fe yan shase say wo de ama wa ma achede pine wo mu no won sa to me aka we ye goal loyalty promotion ho come and amede ama wo no it's 33 minutes past 6 on Kastle 90.3 FM ye call amanone na fe nsema hodo a FKK aboabo no waboatri etumi edi amaye ye live on Facebook Kastle 90.3 FM Cape Coast join you ho we show ni be like na share for comment bra or text message no WhatsApp message no or the 50244 743 143 yan kwa amanone.
The real sports is here.
Neuer's caught in no man's land. It's Marley!
Kastle the sports king.
I got my power, I got experience, I got do everything too much. And the old man who want to challenge me, hey, I'm okay here. This is my national flag. I'm proud of it. And I'm proud of Africa. Oh, you know, man, I'm too bad, baby. Bad, baby.
The real sports
Challenge me,
is here.
hey, I'm okay here. This is my national flag. I'm proud of it. And I'm proud of Africa. Oh, you know, man, I'm too bad, baby. Bad, baby. I got experience, I got do everything too much. And the old man who want to challenge me, hey, I'm okay here. This is my national flag. I'm proud of it. And I'm proud of Africa. Oh, you know, man, I'm too bad, baby. Bad, baby.
It was supporting Nabakumianu. It was support Rastaman throw one stone. Go run it up for Jesus. Acquire Joe.
Say everything. But destroy everything. And now we can lose comfortably. Now we can lose comfortably.
The real sports is here.
FM FKK good morning.
Good morning.
Ana pay bibia e boko DM. Yeda erade ase.
That's orienting complaint.
Of course. Yan kwa manone nsema hodo a wonsa aka no bo achi fama ye.
Yes, and some no do na our special air freshers air resource bar so
Feel
bro and so be to so ye be bo nyina so achi etimi e the amount Kastle 90.3 FM live on Facebook. You betimi adjoin your comment no fabra like it na share na uwe so comment no odi wadwenche ne ba na nyina so yetimi acknowledge you na yetimi akenkan and so yetimi dia man Thursday
Kastle
the Hawk newspaper no etimi abadwama so dada nti ubekọ no akwa na emom no wo hwe ye po first page na cover no na sabra hosem kwa na ebo no na emom no je na ehwemu na ehu details how do say the normal so esi e kontu ubekọ na so akwakojo copy enso etimi edi efro yengramu na yemfa ensem na etimi enhyase yemfa emra ode enra say na games bi eba so enso etimi ekoye yenko Champions League no playoff no abra bobo kwe from Kairat Amati etna fie she kanaba ko Slovan Bratislava mo ntimi antisa kano Club Brugge ekoche Salzburg fonu chomo kaba ko mo so ntimi antisa kana ne mo so edi nkunimede Vermaat ene she sago no enso etimi ede mom Ludogorets omo enhye bi sanso na Ferencvaros enso ntimi anhye bi ewo honom sanso ena Lech Poznan omo so etna fie she bako ema Grevna Zveda omo eshe 3 ewo sagin final eche Fenerbahce etwome kanmienu ema Fenerbahce ho semboru no anan bofu omo etimu bako enso ewo yesa game no so etimi baso no Quinton Timber eshe goni bi enso etimi ede my final sanso na Roma Brantia Fena ye Anis eye Haj Musa ono so etimi eshe bi ede ema final da Amrabat ene tie bako ede ema Fenerbahce bobo ko Benfica etwa ni se kotwama kanmienu Nice entimi antim bako kra enso ewo sa game no de tie ene sa Brantia ye Fena ye Franjo Ivanovic ono eshe goni bi sanso ena Frontino Luis enso so etimi eshe second gono ama Benfica bobo no na sei ena Europa League ni 2 games eba so ko wie na RFS amoshe bako coups eshe 2 sanso na Rijeka tenefie she bako Selbon enso ekoshe mienu enso ewo yesa game tenra 2 games eba so na we teams no ekonya sa victory no enso etimi ede ekoye na AFCON no anase ne okokopioma African Nations Championship chan no Burkina eshe 9 Central African Republic etimu mienu sanso na Mauritania and shebi ena Tanzania so etimi eshe bako ewo yesa game no wo AFCON no na say wo African channel mu no say na ene games no enso esi etie ewo DRC DR Congo mo ebo 1 p.m. ene ewie mo ne Nami anase Zambia ene ebo Angola ene Kenya enso ebetimi aboti wo championship no mo say na esi etie enso eho no ma ye de ho nsem no etimi abre wo ne no club friendlies no Arsenal nkuya mfama mo Lille share 3 Venezia entimi antibi Arsenal share 2 Emma Villarreal enso share Mensah ewo yesa game Christian Nogard ebo goni bi Samson Martin Odegaard enso ebo ye penalty share second goal no Nicolas Pepe former Arsenal player no share bi Edema Villarreal young share bi Samson Danjuma enso share third and winning goal no enso etimi Edema Villarreal penalty shootout eba so still Arsenal for Ankoye Villarreal for share 9 Emma Arsenal share 3 enso ewo share so say game way eno so eba so ewo Emirates Sports Stadium Arsenal in front of everyone supporters no enim ena side game na ba so Ankoye enso entimi amfa momo and they say na games ni bi enso esitie Europa League no ebe baso nemum club friendly kese ba kopa Bayern Munchen any Tottenham Hotspur ebe bo 4:30 p.m. sa game no enso ebe baso ewo honum na kwa Midland ombetu kwan na Europa League game no omon any Fred Kerstad enso etimi akwa kobo ewo sa game no na Lincoln Red imps so tenefie omni FC no wa ebebo Lanaka ebe tenefie ne Ligia Warsaw abo club group na se ne Cluj CFR Cluj omo tenefie no omni Braga abo Haken ebebo Brand Sansona Park Thessaloniki enso ebebo Wolfsberger na Boboko from Panathinaikos tenefie ene Shakhtar Donetsk abo Zrinski enso tenefie ene Brandablik enso ebebo FCSB enso ebo Dreta Sansona Civet enso ebebo FC Utrecht sa games yi outway ni nyina eba so ye Europa League prelims Conference League na edoso na akese ni bi nse na esitie Araz omo tenefie ni Omonia Nicosia abo Aris Limassol ebo AEK Athens sanso ena Vetos Aquaviva omo susu ekwa we omo ene Milsami enso ebetimi akwa kobo ada Gadali enso ebetu kwan na omo so ene Sal Zagreus enso etimi akwa kobo Rosenborg etonsa Afrey Hamabi sanso ena Banik Ostrava enso ene Austrian Vienna enso ebetimi abo enso eho Jalianonia omo susu etnefie anaso omo tukwan na omo ne Sikaborg enso etimi akwa kobo Viking betinefie no omo so ene Insabu Bashakse enso etimi abo Anderlecht tunefie no omo so ene FC Sheriff enso abo Ezetakma efra Vaduz no omo so etimi edi aboani enso ewo we akese kakra wom na mom hyene so se FC Astana so bedu kwan omne Luzane ene bekọ akobo Shamrock Rovers enso ene Bobokura from Bokani enso ebo Lugano ebo NK Sergey Sansona Spectre Empotavana ebetu kwan akọ no mo University da enso etimi akọ akobo Besiktas ewo game bo mo St Patrick's ena ebetimi abo enso ewo ye sa game no mo we games ahodo ebo Hajduk Split ene Dynamo City enso ene ebetimi abo finally Rapid Vienna omo ene Dundee United enso ebetimi abo Maccabi Haifa mu nyina no ewo game omo so ebo omo ne Rakov ene ebetimi akwa akobo Partizan Belgrade eno Hebanian enso ene ebetimi akwa akobo ewo hono we enso games ahodo eba so ewo ye Conference League no enso emu ewo ye Europe na ye ntoa so na yem fan semni bi enso entimi emfa embro Mikel Arteta react to Arsenal won game omotena Emirates enso ebo ma Villarreal the Yellow Submarine ebeto show mo so twom kamiensa emo mo team bienu penalty shooter so saa Ankoye amfa mo no say na Arteta ya assess ni team no sampa results no mo ni nje nenso no positives bi ewo ma wo so mo fafrim.
What are your thoughts on the game overall today?
Well, first of all, disappointed with the result, obviously. I think we'd have been naive, especially the way we have defended open spaces and counter-press in a few moments. And I think they had 3 goals. And on that sense, not happy, but in a lot of things that I saw, very, very happy. Our efficiency in the final third has to improve, that's for sure. But a lot of the things that we've done in all departments, I think we are in a good place. But again, that pain in the belly about losing a game, necessary, and something positive we can use for Saturday and the start of the league.
All 6 of your summer signings got minutes today. Must be pleased with that.
Very pleased, and to get them through the door, to have the first experience here at the Emirates, to get the reception that they all got. So thank you so much to our supporters, because they really made them feel great. And another one on Saturday to finish our preparation and focus on the week against Man United.
And Julian Timber and Big Gabby also coming back from injury. How do they come through?
Yeah, it's great. So those two, obviously, we lost Ricky as well during the tour. So they both been long-term injuries, very, very important players for us. And they got some exposure today after 4 or 5 months, which is a long time. So that's great news, because we're going to need everybody to raise the level and to compete with the quality that we want.
Just finally, you mentioned another big game here on Saturday at the weekend, the last chance, the last preparation game before the season kicks off in earnest.
Yes, and against a very good opponent again, so another great test. So I hope a lot of people come here again and support the team in the way that they've done today, and hopefully give them a better performance and results.
Yes, you know, pick up positives now ahead of preparation. So more movie Saturday, Emra Money Athletic Bilbao Airbono ahead of next week Premier League game on Manchester United Bebono Ojiri preparation will be every year where Emirates Stadium wa next Arsenal Fonso etimi akonkan and they said 6 new signings in Arsenal enya minute ni bi enso so etimi aboy no injury bibia enso eye kama na mum no players no and also motimi ma mo homene so said be Arsenal quality no mo so no and so betimi the results no enso etimi adia by no ensema Mikel Arteta coach de ma Arsenal enso eka ye enso etimi the fa game anra ono so ene Villarreal enso etimi boy no Christian Norgard Asia kan ewo mo new signings ni bi anra on a share first goal Edema Arsenal say no so eka fa the game no sanso na goal so share no.
In your first appearance here at Emirates as an Arsenal player, what was it like for you?
Yeah, it was fantastic, of course, walking onto the pitch, knowing you're an Arsenal player. I've tried a few times being on the opposing team, and it's more fun to wear the Arsenal shirt, so it was a big moment, of course.
And for you, a big moment to score the goal, the header at the far post?
Yeah, it was a big moment as well, but I couldn't really enjoy it, I think, as much as I would have, because of the scoreline at the time, and also not being able to win, of course, this game at home, but there's still some things we need to improve before the season starts.
Yes, yeah, no, and some Christian Norgard. Ono so kan ya de efa game Medford Edema Arsenal no achechirem say mpo oshego de ne de na emom no ade ade no Arsenal for edincho omo empe eno na emom no nyoma ba kumienu bi ho no ma so mo improve omo as a team na etimi aboa omo eno ye nsema branch so etimi ede amaye ewoye sa game no mo ye ntoa so kakra na ye nhwe transfers ni bi dia Carlos Baleba branch osia kan Edema Brighton and Hove Albion de ba and it's approach no and so enya akwa awie ne Manchester United person mo make a move no mo so ekwa sa Brighton no mo sa ebetimi aka no mo bo prim ene Brighton for no ebi epro ne ntem kra ene mo antuma mfa mo ne mom no omo koya na nkofo say 120 million pounds mo are ready amo famra ye beja Brighton no emu amount ya Brighton no ebo no enso ama United for no edwendwen ho ahwe se ombekọ na ye Baleba yi omo so etimi akwa sane na eno eye nsema efiri ho ba eno eho nsam ne yetimi ede ama ewo dwumadie no so yenko yenim Chelsea for ye so omo epe 80 million pounds enso ede ama eye abrantia ye friend Nicholas Jackson sansa abrantia no ye willing so be free eye Stamford Bridge teams so eye willing so beton abrantia na ama na kono so price tag no ebi ewom ye pa si Chelsea for no monte so 80 million ena why you ready also ba no mo eje no mo ede ahwe tirim no ye de free oba Liverpool for ye seriously amo make empo preparations some be make a bid for a year a brantia a friend a back roller on also a see a kind of Emma Paris Saint-Germain where according to L'Equipe and also a star report no and so me at the PSG4 and sister branch no person will keep no also so a see a kind of the Emma and no a dear few and so me a dear by a DBMA with Jumedian so na ne Ukokoroma Rodigo goes yes still a branch and say on your ready on your willing so be free Real Madrid bobo kum na mom no yesi PSG for if says omoye na se Bradley Barcola no chinchina obe free bobo kum onya kope ombeko Madrid for so ye no makwa kofa Rodrigo goals and so etimi e de no ababa replace no eno ensem kakra eno so e free honom and so etimi ade e by di biama wo show no so human son enra ono so signing a contract no for LAFC Los Angeles FC and they say a Branton from Spurs wakwa sane Eddie ama MLS side I from LAFC asabre Abranten 20 million euros and nisika utimi nyaye and so etimi de man former club Tottenham Hotspur and no eye de fronom and so etimi ba ye di biama ewo ye dwumedie no so on Kastle 90.3 FM na okokopiem ewo nsem from dia de ba and is a Mark Andre ter Stegen Abranten no gusua any Barcelona for no etwe manso ntine yesi Barca for and so enya decide say Abranten captains you know they say aye kasa they say there yeso omani abrani say Juan Laporte on pese Abranten po beti ni din san say Abranten no etwe omo so omo registration no still aye din and so etimi e dia mom one gas omo ntimi register no Marcus Rashford omo ntimi en register na Abranten ko na nka ni injury no wakwa surgery on trafie na recovery no ento asere be a space beba no se da bi enya de obenti Barca for yesi e omo dwondwon sa Abranten omo be kwa kogina asene bia na ne court so etimi ebua edi amom sere be Abranten no ono so obeyi no ho every team no sere be a space enso ebetimi aba enso ewo howei ensema efri honom enso so etimi ade ba edi bia ma ewo dwumadie no so on Kastle 90.3 FM na Jimmy Fred Hassenbank o se wudwa mo transfers no mo said the stories no ABAC etia no o se I ono enhyada enye no wa empo emra 2000 na owo Atletico Madrid na osia kan edimom no mo Copa del Rey game a ekwa kobo na wo so ohwa na Jolica Viali then coach Edima Chelsea efre no se masa okobo game o de concentrate ne bo game no uwi a mefro na me no watwetwe nkomo eno echi no say na Jimmy Fred Hassenback enso etimi cheche ni nsem no mu.
I was sitting in the back of the coach. We were driving to the Copa del Rey final the day before the game. I got a call from Gianluca Vialli. He said, look, go and play your match, do your thing. The day after, I will give you a call again and we will have a chat about Chelsea, where I see you and what I think you can become for us and all those little things. After the Copa del Rey final, I went on holiday. Then the deal started boiling and the negotiations started going. There were a little bit of difficulties because Atletico wanted 15 million and he didn't know if Chelsea was going to pay that. It was a nail-biting time. I remember going to Mexico. The first few days it was only raining. It was raining. We stopped our holiday. We said we can't have this. We went to Miami. On my way back from there, the deal was agreed.
Yes, Intiano Jimmy Floyd Hassenback, former Chelsea, one striker no also etimi chiremu no watiko no mo Copa del Rey final po and I coach Gianluca Vialli then Chelsea coach no friend no catch and masa mo kobo final to there bobo ni wie fa wa ho de no bibia no ebo a team wie a me ankasa mefra na me no adidi enkomo no so wie no enkomo na chire no de ko wie ya ne se nei oba be ye Chelsea one player na sika no na ebi wom na mom no Chelsea for enso emeki up etimi edi bona no ye momo esane na etimi de banti de sisi the recent times no enye nwanwa ewo honom coaches ni bi etimi meki influence no ensema no so etimi edi eba ye ewo honom Rio Ferdinand SNA United for no obo mo abaso si this summer de omo ameki right signings na obo ye scouting team no abaso.
Benjamin Sesko is coming to Manchester United. Wow, huge money. I think it's circa 70 million being spent. Listen, he's a young kid, young guy, been at Leipzig playing, scoring goals. I think last season he played 45 games, 21 goals, 6 assists. So the guy knows where the back of the net is. That's almost 1 goal every 2 games. Yes, it's a different league, it's the Bundesliga, but he does play national football as well. He scores it in national football. He knows where the net is, and he's a lot of people are gonna go and suggest, oh, has he got the experience? I was one of those guys in that camp going, you know what? Where is a player that can actually show the young, inexperienced strikers that we have already at the club how to do things in times of need? Who do they look to? He's gonna have to step up and be that guy. Can he do it? Yes, he can do it. He's got huge potential. But one of the things that, as we've seen in recent years, our strikers, when they come in the door here, you're not afforded a lot of time. There ain't great amount of patience, and you've got to hit the ground running. What I would would say is Man United scored 44 goals last season. They've now invested in 3 strikers at the top of the pitch that had between them 48 goals last season. So that's 4 more than the whole Man United squad got last year. So that's a huge improvement in that sense. 2 of those guys have played in the Premier League and have scored goals here. Šeško now has to go and transfer his form, his goals, his menacing play at times into the Premier League. And that's the big question. But what I would say, not only the goals is a step up, but I would say the mobility in the front areas now is something, as a defender, I'm looking at and I'm thinking differently about Manchester United's front line. I'll be sitting there going, I'm going to have a physical presence up there. I'm going to have a physical test from all 3 positions, and I've got people that can run and move up there. They're mobile. They're the things I was asking for the last couple of years up there. More of that, and you have to say the recruitment team have delivered. They've absolutely delivered in that department in terms of the mobility, the pace, the power.
No, and Sama Rio Ferdinand, or no, Etimi Echim, their fan former club Manchester United, Ocean recruitment team, the Juma Bono, this time around, or say right signings, and almost one make idea Manchester United, and they Benjamin Sesko, Diano, Abrantian, Yaswama go ahead, say Manchester United, and preferred a destination or personal call, Ecosia Kai team at the moment, United for, and so said document in Bibiano, almost Bob, more idea corner, for many RB Leipzig for not to say, now face our contract. No signings no so Timi Abbas so Chichim Sabranto no potential no so no so everything I hit at the Manchester United on step it up sound so another signings so my making no I was saying the idea about United a time any impatience and no no munya and farmer do signings no come on benina no come quality nene say United in break kakra at the massa signings no my na betimi aboa club no going forward and no ensema Rio Ferdinand and so Timi Eddie Abba Ewoye Sansen Seminum Nay and Ra and in addition so no fat 50 man in Mubano the Titi and said Darwin Nunes Ebia Saudi Arabia Liverpool for ready or more accepted a year bid from Al Hilal say Omar Brandt and Obeton Wabra down in this omu shadan in transe Emma Brandt and Emma green light and no and Akoko Pium Ewoye South America Rio de Janeiro Brazil eho ena team victory ewo ensem no mu de ebubo ba ni de firi ogwa ebere nyina no papa na kasa timi e de afound say ne ogiri sa branch no amo empe ese obetimi akwakopiem ewo ye omaya ye from Saudi Arabia say nya Liverpool pa e bia Premier League na mu e bia Newcastle bia onkonkosa ne famo mo.
Well, the interesting thing for me is that you've just confirmed that so far there's been no agreement from the player himself. I would be very, very sorry to lose him. I think he's a player who always gives you something. And I'm still hoping that Darwin can evolve this move in another direction. I thought I had this one all sorted out on Friday. I was in the studio on Friday when the news came in of Liverpool making that big bid for Isak. And I thought, well, why not? Isak moves in one direction, Nunez plus cash in the other direction. Everyone wins. And I really think that the Newcastle fans would absolutely love him. I think they would really, really take to him. So I'm still hoping against hope that could happen, because I would be very, very sorry to see this player leave the Premier League.
Yes, I know a team victory in some of our team the Abasa on South Americans, no any rogue phony be no more didn't come on among Pesa branch and obey free a Europe, Aqua Copium or Saudi and Primpri and Kebia. Ka Isak or Peso Copium or Liverpool for emphasis Kaka Crank now if you're more father when in there no more encon cofana swap dino and so embraso and no a move or more share say no so a bit me abbas or we know any business and not down in there's no crown how much na ye Ukoko Roma South America no more Eric Garden and also say no chilemo.
Well, he's Uruguay's cutting edge, and his record for Uruguay is very good indeed. And he's an optimist of the goal, isn't he? He's always trying. He's always putting himself around. He's always running into the channels. So I think, although there are some Liverpool fans who maybe have a resistance to him, there are many who really appreciate his efforts. And I'm sure he'd be a big hit with the Newcastle fans who kind of love that type of player. In this year, going into the World Cup, it's an important move to make, and he may come to the conclusion that going to Saudi will leave him fresher for the World Cup. But as I say, I think he would be a loss to the Premier League.
Nti eno nchirema wa timu dia ba so no ko Uruguay national team no ma or one of the captains, Fedi Valverde or no so nti omo epen asem ho yie pa omo agini di nti na sti omo hwe sa branch no beka ewo Europe na afei Newcastle for supporters na be omo de yie papa Liverpool for no kranya omo nyina na empe abrante no asem nei owo sa quality no se so bebo ewo Europe na bibia so akonkan so etimi edi amano na victory ono so de sansem no enso etimi edi aba Cody Gakpo ose wo hwe ye quality a Jeremy Frimpong enso eti baba Liverpool bobo kunma ebebo mu yi papa ni ma branch no na oni ni teammate no akasa hawa a branch so betimi afa so mo bebo no so abo mo.
Yeah, we spoke a lot because we played Leverkusen as well in the Champions League. So the next international break, we spoke about that game, and he already told us like, "Oh, you're a fantastic club and everything." But we just said, "Yes, very nice." And obviously, we don't know what he wants to do. But then, obviously, when we heard that, oh, maybe the clubs want to sign him, Virgil Skipper, he called him and spoke a little bit to him. He's a great guy. I think everybody will like him. He's a very professional guy, but also a very fun guy for the dressing room. So that will be no problem.
What will he give Liverpool next season? Yeah.
Like he's unbelievably fast. It's like crazy fast. But also technically, I think you saw some goals of him. Yeah, very good goals, very good assists, very good cross. Yeah, so I think hopefully we can enjoy him a lot. And yeah, I think there will be no problem. Obviously, we will help him. The manager will help him. So.
Yes, I know Ayan Sama, Cody Gakpo, and so I can't fight Jeremy Frimpong, Chaya, Philip Vacusin, and so I bet I need to make the more away right, I back one of no side branch or quality no goes so assess Sonino or the be a kind of giving one, enjoy a branch or no so talent, and I know Yan Sama wait to me at the Abba, and Roma. Thomas Muller no so asani ni die no asabra no so MLS ho eno akwa kopia ni Vancouver White Cup se ho eno no so ebesi akan yatimi edi amomo a ono so ne contract no after 15 years with Bayern no ono so etimi akoshe different shirt ho no ma amanfo so etimi wishing well ebona baso ho no na Everton fon so no omo IOP negotiations said Jack Grealish no so beko akofa no edi no efra Manchester City na branch no so ababisi akan edi ama Everton eno ensem kakra no so efra ba say Jack edi kan City bobo ko ndi obefrim no film okon say Everton for eno omo so show sa big interest no ewa branch and Frankfurt so I agree some best sani branch fan Ruchu Dion ono so edi ne Freiburg at 21 million pounds fixed fee na 1 million abe add-ons no enso eye die free no so etimi eba microphone so ahia say make a replacement enso ewo damon the next the eba no pay sa branch already ono so nya obeka yes edi ama Al Hilal se Liverpool for ebopini no na so mo so ene no ekokasa no ensem kakra eno so efi honum enso etimi edi eba edi bia ma ewo dwumadi enso na Rasmus Hojlund so abrante ne say ene Manchester United for be opin do no enso etimi edi amano amana ko baby for san say omonya so many options enso ewo mo upfront honum eno eye die efi honum eba say na possibility say Rasmus Hojlund no ometimi ebie window no amano afamu apie akọ eno eye nsem kakra efiri abrante no so ye enso etimi edi eba mana ne sam no edi nyina sia ya to aso the amount Kastle 90.3 FM.
Kastlefm. The Sports King, the real sports is here.
Neuer's caught in no man's land, it's
Kastlefm. The Sports King.
Yana FK Kastle anope wadi akọ enkrofo aman so akọhwe ho nsem nyina aha Kastle 90.3 FM Robert Mensah Sports ani atena ase anope ya yede someone no yebedi nkomo ewo kasafidie so you have a lot to discuss this morning ye bana ye behwe nyina aka ho asem de mama menya message on 0244 743143 0244 743143 for message ne fa hobra na meje bracket kan nyina enso etumi edi amount mema Osman Akwaba na fe etumi abedi enkomo ye live on Facebook so Kastle 90.3 FM Cape Coast join show no Facebook na show ni bi ho like na share for comment ni Rebecca kan enso etumi edi amount. I say good morning Miss Ruby. What brought Kwesi Nyantakyi down is exactly what Keto Kreko is about to do. Anyway, my condolences to the bereaved families of those who perished in the plane crash at Yesterday, I danced yesterday. God knows best. We free Uncle Paul, not the free Bacano, and so to me, Eddie Abba. Now, good morning, Miss Ruby. Today happens to be my birthday. Wish me well. Dead man, if you pro. Oh, dead man. My ever show happy birthday. And they are no pay. Asman, good morning.
Good morning.
And a pay be able to DM. And I'm about na wuni ha ewiano ntino ba ha na wuni ha
yes we heads noise I remember catch FKK office sabi ebusiafo na we fi me nyina no membe no obi asumi show bi aso but instead for the first time me tu manda nwumbre
me kwa me tu manda
yakopon mo pe no ye obi ara nyime bros be film but it will be the mean the me follow keenly mo wa kodo ni nyina na cabinet ministers ehwempanyimfo a pilots and soldier for wa akra won ebusuafo de yero ko bo ase na yaba ruby you are nyimpono refifie no bibia ye fire boni bia nse onye do yera na bibi dem but sabe enyumbro be bedu fie no na da oba free busuafo na was he movie that was riba. And if you follow the bizarre instances in Yana Ruby, you have to be discuss the radio. I didn't see no power, but in Pablo Bama departed souls. No, Yakopo on Jiwana Hoye, now for one to baby. Now, yes, I can wait, you know, you for 2 years home for. Now, I'm born pay some of these calamities, you know, because you don't know when. Say, you have a doubt about 2 after now. A car, Ruby, okay, what boy, by young Cramofus, they be the inna lillahi wa inna ilaihi rajiun. Yakupon in China, if you can never question Yakupon for reasons, or the taking decision. In fact, Crown Pocket in there, coolly enough as I cut to the mouth. In Kobia was a wash, but there was a wash and Ruby. I don't find about fun. That is the issue. I know, above Saber year row. Saber what to add for Semo, Saber for instead of car accident, so what to know. Ruby, or a bizarre. And I know it was a Black Wednesday. Because aside from the accident no scene, so I think Ashanti region, 2M Express, no so bas a cook boom, no so Nimpa will win unconfirmed, Western North, close to Nimpa 5, Pragia, and I was there watching one qua. And then Wa Upper West, no so be in the shop, Ija. We did not easy, and that does say it's Yakupon. No, we are
having mercy on us.
Yes, we say Honorable Anna Idrisu, and I was in the president. In fact, since the young pay you, there was also Shade Maswano Rusu. There was that particular aircraft, no helicopter, no. A show program now he was advertised to be the guest of honor.
Of course, yeah. On never so
called. The last minute changes, and was a bar go more fete.
Yeah, Assemblies of God, yeah, program, yeah.
Now, Yakupon Pungu, Yakupon for the Monfamba. Imagine like a president was on board. What would have happened? Yakupon Mopen or ye? It will be Ghana Mania and Shazin. My waist in it, or is it? And a power. Meeting you, I am you.
Of course.
To be honest, meeting you. I just don't know. But on your easy. Drivers, so you me our fog no visibility. Now you're shut down, Koyi. Especially as you to corner could be a terrain and you mukano. Very true can today. Miss Menin baby, in fact, I'm terrain numpa, saying what's in the year. You'll be quite a canker, but could do. But drivers see them 2M fee. It is their habit. A gun, I'll be on the ones to ban over speeding, overtaking. I don't too want to cry. It's your best rate. I can't do brother, brain could do in destination. Now, more 20 BR, this one to be overcome it. As a nation, we are united. FKK,
of course.
Yes, in which are they?
I know easy.
Said the Osman Kenya. Over here, the other side is that one time if you are reading the Bible, no, HS, we are saying, no, baby, I know, and your mamma Yemre Sao. Sa and your ma boy drinking Tiasia, so drinking wine ye. In fact, Utimpa won't mean pun chassis or bedroom won't put no aqua Tiasia. A beba, but the tennis, say, oh, dear, no bar. Maybe a choir and penufo fast so koi. Ya reho said the Nanyan Copan no. But how ready na no moye. So moye ready, so me kwa show mu maker. ahonti eba ni sia se de no smart can no wo de bi beto no de bi enso so aya disua e de afrim yesi se bi obi ayi ase ukwa enye didie no onom na emom no ukwa e wo se ka bibi kire se se wo na wo da ho ya ukona se ebuso asema anu yie be na ade be man tide bi aka se bebi a ubekọ no anase mposi asisi owo achi bibi wo ho no ma boaboa ho bibi ani ensu ni ho ade boaboa ho kona bibi wo ho a you are good to go bibi ani ho no so a wa pe oba bi atena nti ni nyina ne se oba get ready ewom se bia onim se na na so chana
of course
but on mind ni wadwe no or so prepare
every day bia be so bia to make sure say your name ye
mpanufo no omunim se sa kwan yi so ana obefa akọ and de bia na e kan se eba ne si a hwan fom so a we fom so we na ye sei we na ye sei weda no na ye sei ye ntina no wanko omre nso so a waso timi sisi o
of course
waso timi sisi kra helicopter se de ka distance I will say fly emra weda ye sei ni nyina no ma chechire me po over say 1000 feet o and na akọ and emra okọ kakra no ohun se wioma ekusu no the best na yesi cause we say cause or return concern echi yesi ebi mpo return o say later omo send rescue a team anom so the helicopter and na no videos bi say ukokopie mu adwuma ko
emergency landing emergency landing
yes omo ko na omo hu ya na omo se da bi return ya mo san return omo return sika ka say there normal return aso na sisi clearly am say Brenda Nason yeah
FKK interestingly before under the incident now honorable Mutala Mohammed
interview enrachi
come for say I knew that is part of
of course I will work about anytime
and I there now be catching there and there is something
on say every day be sorry to na mo be say FKK can no mo be abetu bia you should be thinking about that and to no see e we say the pade nyina no e ya hunyade akwa today be no sorry odwin say owo betu about anytime how prepared are you to meet it enti no sa na wase ebobra no
omane bo am doctor na ma me no bokro panyu ana pilot na no ochu flight no this year na ebusuafo ne nuanom
ebien
na we ana the sergeant na no kan so no just a month ago
no worry July 25th some about
yes. No pilot no yes. This year ne nuanom ebien so kan we basa from just one family
areho
bo man so a yase May 9 said there wa
me dey so e be discuss
na me nim say you no analysis wa ba be sa politician but say ade abako a you will love him and on ko ni Mutala honorable omo dey mean mo pa because those days are not politics say for the agro no mudi akoye personality attack ne omo they don't talk about issues ye di issue ato no na ye kama abu enyina no e wo mo politics no be ye sa ebia all fighting for your party no government you do that but obey according to the issue now on board.
Oh no, the brain na I
go back and listen to them. And I used to listen to them.
Brain na dey adwuma.
Ora Mutala omwane boama no nhyeda mpekasa bebre do na officer so too gentle for politics. But who so or kasa on issue bia or come about the issue.
Of course.
Who say already any opponent no but now it's all about the issue.
Of course. Yeah, personal attack. Then I know I didn't politics.
I pack meeting about 2 abi. The last meeting before the elections, you know, on that fateful Friday, why a ballot in the positioning. Papa we so Gina will take a decision now. Very firm. And then I meet Dr. Tanko. Also, he doesn't talk much. But the strategy behind this will be used as a party during the elections. So the director of IT.
Of course.
It was him.
Oh, no, I saw the two of them. I saw them say, your future leaders of a party. No, I don't remember anymore. Of course. They were. Your gentlemen. Like, now, want somebody Bianca. We want somebody Alcoca. We want somebody Bianca. Debbie.
Follow much. That time on may he so rest in perfect peace. Alaji Baturi.
Yes,
on a Saturday, honorable Ken Asia. Now say aye heat, but aye heated. No. Evolve it around the friends.
Issue now,
and yes, away. Yes, right now the way you now Chafa communicator no so akwa fa ne flag bearer and answer the president no twabo no enu ti na ma sa mo politics ni sa mo nyoma me ka me ye ti say de kwame na ya me wan hwa ka me to twede bia ka me say no ma because after obi ho to ani ma o de question ama no and some
one prepare so onim de obeka attend na de ba attend
and these guys no omo wa behind the scenes utim so mo adwuma en kakra so move free system no mo akọ enchirima no so nsu ahwe en ade ane
ha adwene
okay
I say my hwe e beba beto so na yetmedi nkomo ye mabusuafo nyina yakọ of course ye ba local stories ne so a ye beba behwe na ya sai edi eho enkomo bi edi amount no ye nyina ye nhye ho den pa no throughout the day ni na me phone no say edumi mpo bibi a mekwa kwhwe na mpo men campus yes Arsenal mpo abobo mpo it was around 8 p.m.
na me ntimi hwe video ni
I was just reading no an update aneba
me hwe me sports story ya na o ye den ya
I was looking for stories efa we no ho a me ni adaje me kwhwe
consensus kakra ba ya mfonyini na
yes yeah
o say central for no obviously you di say you blame ye at least such videos so e was so blur
yeah we know
ye chiraw ethics no bad I feel say security wo ho
of course
me come for attribute omo be posu be na me ka say untimi blame central for they were late
of course na
but the crofo individuals be omo do omo phone
but there was a media platform so omo so no omo amble no we post ade no that was wrong that one was wrong that was wrong me who say obi post on the start me who am catch say please this is bad take it off within some films who say omo start ma unya message ni bi omo send text messages around say obi actually
all in this
of course
ye nyina me ametie wo akoya ko hu e bia na now they to abontis especially feel say metimi aga say sebio do wo de on ferry
for the family no
but at least also for the family dignify obufuo de na hardware
so and what temper with evidence a guy bia no so kuna na wa granting te was call to do be no watch
no afa watch
in fact body no what say what should be beyond recognition and so some of these things no was the boy when there was no can be na kwa tem watch
but say na eda ho no fire na dey
but the situation
of course
I see the emergency response in Ghana is something that will be actually for serious. You see kaya nyina ka fire service ebia nka wa equip won ye ya sanka wo helicopters bi na azia ka some of these things no they would have reacted first
yes maybe assembly see no forest ni mo
just terrain but you see
some mountain Kumasi pure for na some mountain
forest kwa
enti ya so mo na ye see
one when you
ebi mo ye farmers so na man for farm wo into omo na team say na ebi me kwotu na Cyrus na so team say mining ni sa anyoma ba ko mienu me say because nti sa crop na
all right that's my mama e fa osi e beto aso later on net media on Kastle 90.3 FM.
The real sports is here.
Noyes caught in no man's land. It's
Kastle FM.
I say hi, Miss Ruby. When will Madrid start their preseason? I'm Skyface at Anchor 4 Mantiman Kevin Patrick Skyface. Madrid are back already. Madrid Faba, Omaba, start preseason. Into no, but more games up because of Omokobo AFA club or cabin. That's their preseason. Jomaba, Omaba started a training or training for the season. Good morning, kastlefm fraternity. I have no comment in football today. I'm very sad for the nation. May the departed soul in the helicopter rest in perfect peace. And finally, Cape Coast Festival is pending, and I entreat everyone to be careful, especially the youth. God help us, Mr. Chicks. And now the way and so to me, Eddie Abba Ewaha. Now, I say, Miss Ruby, good morning to you and your crew. Please read this Bible quotation on air for us. Ecclesiastes 7 verse 2 and 4 verse 2. May his soul rest in peace. I'm Frederick. Okay, and I do it, Eddie Bye. All right, Frederick. Mate, making kind Eddie amount, and so it was shown so. All right, I'm ready. You need come more. I can see who's the more. You come back to sports. Yeah, for yes. And yeah, Remo Manchester City almost placed third in the EPL last season because of the FIFA Club World Cup. You know, majority of their signings na mo no in the just after the season no. Some came in January because of the FA Club World Cup. We FA Club World Cup no. Almost said edition be. I don't know if you more. But I come and cram no more tom from the team no. But almost deals some year before the close of the season no. Ryan Cherky and a whole lot of guys some about on board no. Tizani Rangers this season and Kasa and yeah, all these players in Manchester City. You home come away. Pep Guardiola. The end of the next season. Asman, I mentioned I said from France, so you call the Sea Blue, the Citizens, Manchester City camp. Last season we saw Pep or struggle by maybe no Marco dear Drew. Giddy, they came on the place third our table. So this season, they expected from Pep Guardiola. I'm a jelly, you know, I'm not compete and I said, yeah.
Ruby, Mamma does be on a power now. Then chichi for no ye, I shall finish now. Yabana yaba, ever ever coin any more on him. You join his freedom on Facebook and I hear na enjoy your show no ti romo Facebook or search box about Kastle 90.3 Cape Coast we are like a page no na fi share na ma wunye so wo be no so onye show ni bi na hwe na YouTube na yen trend wo hodom na fi mo comment no so mbra na yen mo show no onye interactive wo hodom. Club Manchester City in recent times yekọ England domestically say one club we tum na we dominate here wo hodom na oye Club Manchester City and the coach award from oye Pep Guardiola. The resurgence of Manchester City in Ruby, it started somewhere around in 1936-37. But all the baby, the club we quite day chira mana yenti one kebu. It's the last time Manchester City, baby you when you were there, once so a team to reckon with, a team to compete in the Premier League, you know. In 2011-2012 season, and you went there under Roberto Mancini. Otumna only the boys in Mobile J and Premier League, you know, it was a moment of a good one for them. But fast forward under the guidance of Pep Guardiola no. In fact, at the time I not all join the Premier League no. Now for a cadet ne career on with FC Barcelona with Bayern Munich so about Manchester City it was going to be difficult for him because of how our English club and we see about Wombo. And I miss my clubs will compete for the league and so what does no. But obey shall we see what for that. One league no wakwa very easy for him to win wo hono and then wasn't one or yaza we tum na was anyway until since 2017-18 zibese oye the mablu way pay 5 times no and 6 times no and we tum na waji league no hono man mbozimbo was anyway but last season our Manchester City biano about the City was just pale shadow of themselves and wasn't one now anyway Champions League football one the Premier League no they really struggled with hono. The FA Cup in the finals, so a certain Crystal Palace, Shakwana Wisi for that would discipline one in the finals of Honum. And the season anchor says is a one koye. And for the very first time in the history of Pep Guardiola as a manager, everybody gave outside of the top 2, no, not on Kahumi. Now you being see one career muda. Yeah, the career no yes. Top 2. 1 year the quality top 2.
Spain, Germany.
Top 2.
Top 2. Hey.
Yes. And it be quite cotton last season and wasn't no. Went to one, so in fact he was even fighting for that position of Honor Minton. The final game, you have to take him the final games there. On to no be different, no him. But FIFA Club World Cup presented another opportunity there. Manchester City could have also gone in there and then also win a trophy of Honor. It's in the ever starting, no one of whom wasn't any transfers in Brennan Tentem of Honor there. And this players, no, but was 1 hour, no, Aquaco, into the likes of 8 Nuri. Overhand Wanderers, the right back no back on 2 no be hono then again to be able Ryan Cherky from Leon so was in the bay Tijani Rangers and afei the inclusion once again of Rodri no so ogunya da am lengthy spell of injury no so back bill but in the Club World Cup no you win that still now no there are certain problems CBA our Manchester City team no wo hono in terms of the attacking third no me sure there say one of their biggest strength or that particular area honomono. But maybe a Sisi and a problem. Yeah, the left back and then the right back positions one nomono. Which way to solve those problems in be. But I feel the right back one nomono. Say Matu Nunes for me. He's not the guy I'm to na Monyajizi one there. Or what to the major man wakwakoye. Kawaka was that consistent. But told you baby problems with the club and the manager no. And I'm the more honum. Fast forward, say central defensive pen so Manchester City, even at a point in time, now we're to wait research about baby. Some of the players, maybe I don't too much on the meeting. On start to build up a new team. On you want to buy Juma. Until who Kusan of last season, for instance, in the second part of the season, the likes of Nathan Akima wants to talk about that position. Nibi, I show you Ruben Diaz ma. Once I has a two more once open experience Nibi na. What two that was a boy. So for the meantime, the back up on a 200 na. Why you want to avoid that particular issues, but the right back for me, me need trust while yeah, Martin Nunes. For me, he's not that good. In fact, when in a position in pa, I has a coach and I can transform in there. About to one about that my area and saying Pep Guardiola, this is what he does best. Now, it's actually 1 now. Kevin De Bruyne has been a mainstay when it comes to this particular team. Unfortunately, every season, Brenton will move on now. Okonenyi Mohonom. Yekwenenyi Musa was here to Johnny Renders was now about a team. No,
you are not going to see him.
Yeah, we are not going to see the player. Club World Cup no or Chebibi Kakra there. No so no quality no or Yazo Tum na or Shu Honum. Bernardo Silva mo, they are still available. Into the old boys and then the new boys need know. Once they are in the team, no children will to know what yes, feel for this so honor. But last year we feel for din ye. Club World Cup the same thing. Ogudo Richardo. So bottom us work a canon home, they would have feel for them 2 seasons ago. I think the city will be a force to reckon with. But then the gap now, Kevin De Bruyne wager with Team Nimuno. The question that Ryan Checky, about to know why I feel that gap now. I will be Ryan Checky actually no ball, say follow Leona or a good player. The quality was sir. So more than that, if you look at the team and says Ruby or Yazam was in midfield there on any day beyond the Premier League now. Manchester City will be part of the favourites there. Over to the league no. However, this particular season I don't see them there. Urban one challenge for that title now. They will be there.
Hey,
yes.
You don't see them challenge for the title.
No, I don't see them.
Now, that's the problem with the City.
City.
Apart from De Bruyne, also Koya. One run check here, babe. Rodri is back.
One. Concentration. City team, especially the defensive setup. No.
Ruben Diaz so home another Kanji. Netanake.
Say Club World Cup.
Just cover Dior.
Say Club World Cup now. You would realize there, Manchester City, there is something missing out of them.
Sir.
Pep needs to be no so too much team now. 100% they focus on the game for 90 minutes. But before I bought last season in the Premier League, and it's about the Club World Cup in Yunano. About there, all do some movement especially in defending now. About where G3 power honor. So what can you my defenders know? What too much attacking instinct no. But all by the once house one break be on defender. Most of the time in transitions no. Not Manchester City on counter breaks or honor. And that is what coach now am a club's name who there. So against Manchester City, just allow them to enjoy one game. Especially so about attack owner. The moment H1 transition with all your pacey wingers and the players are good enough to finish goals now, they would always be able to score goals against Manchester City. Okay. So I am seeing there.
All right.
Manchester City can score a lot of goals, but they can also concede goals.
Okay.
That is the problem. I mean, Manchester
City. Baba Shell do a made for now. Or Sabe Tizani Rangers, I can't be no. Or find no Man City.
The Club World Cup with this place where I'm going to be.
I said nothing now, and then I pick him out.
Honestly, I don't feel there. Next year they are going to be the major force to reckon with when it comes to the
league. Okay, Helen Haaland or better by 50 goals.
Oh.
All right, okay. May I say that's what
I think the City will perform well, but then to contend for the trophy.
You don't see them.
I don't see it to my contest.
May I say Osman the Wenger? No. Good morning, Miss Ruby. I know what I'm coming to say. It's not okay. Then wait. FKK.
Yeah.
Bremo, maybe I'm measuring the entire.
Oh, I think I'll call you.
Connie.
Yes. I think say Osman a baby ni amye City one team no. But the manager in question Pep Guardiola how many times he say or call form twice so say season and koya man na invite 10 simple. We last season I think say they went troughless which enter happen say Pep Guardiola be boy season from Barcelona to Bayern City do aba be say or ko season trophy drought. I think Sanyi Bia the back could be do about last season. Probably the first time when in history. And we are sure say plan for it this season is Sadia no the Betunechi. For me, I see him fighting for the Premiership. Premiership on there. Say Pep Guardiola or Honas and Man City or Honoma. With that reinforcement now with media Babe Kahono. Tijani Rangers more aba with the midfield ho Rancheki aba. Not forgetting already Nico Gonzalez mo no masani dada Kusanov ne Chironom no be I think say this season ye be ho abrantie ni ye. Apart from ono so no Ushe Umama Mush attack no so aba county why a couple of signings and we Mamush Modia na Bantam into for now because already or master team dada any who glimpses kakra from Ryan Cherky Tijani Rangers more FIFA Club World Cup na se ebia bebia obe question kakra your mo chiri honum no which are important but you said John Stone eda so ho Eric Abrantia fan Garcia. Right, Ruben Garcia. Is it? No. That this Portuguese defender. Is it Spaniard and not Portuguese? Ruben Diaz. Ruben Diaz for her. Then Ebi on the right back, you know. So be replace John Stone, no. Your friends Kyle Walker. Kyle Walker, no. And I.
John Stone support actually.
Yeah, John Stone actually. John Stone. The man for you and if you are not this season, Pep Guardiola. Back three.
Okay, what's my ball?
Because when ya players banner win back now.
Yeah, bet my ball man.
Effortlessly. Bet me a to me the amount. That is system man for say be a Pep Guardiola be tricking in Sano Kakra and which so I see say Obenya resource ni bebre because when you a lot of options. Players won't bet me a not forgetting Manona Kanjimo Eda so on my face any team no. So compare last season now share the midfield trial no Kevin De Bruyne injuries in hand on the form no na be obviously 1 or 2 games be boy and ye win quality ni kakra but not on consistent Ike Hondogan
Papa from Barcelona last season there I'm so almost pa
yes
Basa na Basa kogu ye o san ba back to city so ba be
and with Pep Guardiola said na make an onye manager obepes obeto former dache and said why quiet e wo hono na amanfo ahye writing off from me share dem huni bebre there I still feel say on any day Pep Guardiola's Man City will still fight for the Premier League and say no enye Liverpool I think say very difficult and na make an say me ball me for no me I still keep it
okay
City Liverpool Chelsea and then Arsenal.
Okay.
Yes, these are my 4 who say fighting for the Premier League.
Yes,
they are around the 4.
Fight.
Me na make a
okay, they will make the top 4, but they are not going to fight for the title. No,
fighting for it. No, me 4. No, me 4. No.
Okay, I be fierce battle between contested between the 4. Okay,
this season that's how I see it.
Okay,
that's how I see it.
So Pep team El cut off for
yes,
and they are going to team bet Magic League. No,
say open 2 on Beja.
Can oh really too on the league you know
exactly and watch there
okay
that is Liverpool they breaking you say on J 5th Premiership title that time all better than team na issues in
no issues
but the time they can say oh your manager watch say obe bre one way or the other there but on him how oba e be difference especially when I shada many
team they mention them who apart from right back now Osman can was but Osman no be say Saudi for no share Pep ninti na say am na adria
there is a problem
concentration
yeah so just I will start to pre-season, start the games. So you see how they play the game.
All right.
And the club says just a war against Pep Guardiola.
What would Doku
even 4 times no get twice no unless you refi. Because season no on you overwhelm sir.
Okay.
Concentration ya okay.
Last season no baby okon na me na. And the last season okon na machia.
Liverpool da pa for no. Ube lead but obeba concentration eno aneda so wa. But o enana me ka say onim Tama obeba onta elusi bebre.
Time to last season by no
went record.
Went mama majele late.
Went me ama no ye.
No
but enya kura no eye day na day.
I qualify for champions.
And as I say me say Wasai Adams.
Okay.
And we fiana. Why proving the team no?
To the who say
until last time and Eli Halan Kwan nation. They say when yan krofo amode numbers ni baby back.
So the 2 teams about contest here. Yes, City Cup will be. Okay, that's it. Oh, that's it. All right. Good morning, Miss Ruby.
Bush no oye hwan obode say ono kwampo a ono kwampo oye
oba January no
yes so face him lamba wa chese goals no di be ma in as man say oya attacking midfielder enya how many it doesn't come in here so share numbers na
contributions
share numbers na the Wemo Deban run check him when Wemo Deban say 5-5 4-4 ebeye say enye eli hala nkwa no be share 31 wa obi anhye bi that is the point.
Top 2 Man City betuma contest for the league nyabote as well that's 70 okay all right madika kasi nyame aduma is not about football related but please permit me we all have to be careful in our lives because we don't know what our next moment will be. May God have mercy on ourselves and see us through. Amen. Ima from Peter, of course. Any can wasem no. Obi elma de chemu nse yangopo no kwa no nim. Good morning, Miss Ruby. Yesterday I was watching Betis versus Como. That ball Isco was playing is like he's 23 years old. I wish Madrid was signed him 1 year deal and stop that Enzo conversation because he can't play for Madrid. Hey, I wouldn't know. Yeah, all right. Nyame adom ochna the almighty number 2. The almighty number 2. That's my almighty number 2. Chacha the Gunners. Ebekwa Arsenal camp na fe yakwa kodi Arsenal honkomo ochna. Almost so no say almost leg no na beje ti no be hwe. I say are you guys with the FK na was me busa no konya mia. Are you guys sure Pep has recovered from his broken heart? Bobby from Montana. Omakabo my broken heart by. Share. Eno na omakabo mo odimi kasa nko ba beje leg no ba na Liverpool trim 20 points. Oya dia na nye Liverpool for trim 20.
Sebio the bedroom cross what about beje trophy.
About beje trophy. Enrique.
My boo bebre.
Wa omakabo ba no de ba na ni braba nko ba pele go ba na trim 20 points. Kadenka to fan ho last day no and I say last day say as of last day no na obi anim ni okọ top 4 apart from Aston Man City Liverpool na Nottingham o say wana
City Ramika
o say
we be no tiba City
eti me say edu last day no na Newcastle Chelsea Nottingham Forest Man City and Aston Villa na mu nyina obi a ontumi nko top 4 ni muti no nyame na ye na dom na say I am na kitwa bi and Man United for nipa and any brief for Man United for the brief for referee see Aston Villa for onkai Aston Villa
can find that game what should go now 100
yeah Aston Villa for Man for dim come say man abo Chelsea for Man abo Chelsea na share Forest no the Man United for more there ba there we had him saying yakoyanim tiafie be hu de be si wo please good morning madam please you guys are doing a fantastic sports in Central Region please update me on Thomas issue and Barcelona team Kojo and Kama from Brimso Pilska we can watch semenra party wakokota wi ntino yamano conditional bill the next day obesan call ye court ndu on my be mo hu ntino sa any enkoma na basa for there almost test again yan okay yankwa transfers ni mo na fe a few issues anra Arsenal ni game na honestly me mention me ahwe na me kaipo because her line up later on mu say Jokeris mu start game no I did me hu the boy I was trying to remember omo body ade anti Arsenal for Arsenal de mo de ba wiase ni mu to be very harmful okay I'm ready.
The real sports is here.
Neuer's caught in no man's land. It's
Kastle FM. The Sports King.
Asman, 36 minutes past 7. I'm saying Thursday, Indiana local shop Biaka, into foreign no short mammy why. And Uncle Ben, why Uncle Ben? To the Faber 20 minutes before come why.
My starting for FC Barcelona. And there will be the question about Marc-Andre ter Stegen. And the power is he answered the Barca for so they are threatening there. Over 2 minutes we use
feel
na wa hwe na wonya branch na afado. Na registration na opera was my other players no we tum na why. And some ya we be akwa band na akwa ekosi wo ho no. Say beka ye boss season ye wie you know. And in the course of last season no. And Marc-Andre ter Stegen ko pray as the first team goalkeeper. And Barca was forced there. One quite emergency signing. And I was a rental from your Woodges Chesney was in the bay. The Chesney was Ube Wakada just some 6 months to be paid, but nobody them. ye wo season na say ye wi a na ekọ because one can simple na ekọ retirement. But unfortunately another fortunately Brentford na obey Ruby obey impress e. Na ball na obey no so ne team no mu ye de. Into ye na adwen de obey stay wo ho no. Enti Mark Andre ter Stegen at the time over back bio no. Now we bo lose in the first position no. Zama we just chasing wo ho no. And fast forward ye bo season ye wi there were problems with the first choice in terms of how no start to ho no. But the coach preferred there in your absence will be obey now man that more stability that more result no. On continue on them na young ball ho no. And that is very clear. Enti play na kasa no na on tene ho ase. Fast forward ye wi season no. And about to communicate each player in the day. Maybe I will do no. They would want to bring in a younger goalkeeper. And so about them maybe I went to me about a second team goalkeeper. So that is the case, then your boy you tuna ye jokwen. Na etum na continue offer bia na zaba. But boy no so feel there. Basa for no when you engine ye wo hono. In fact, odu baby nis kasam na azimpo no. Oya aza wo to scan be what shada. Oboshen we to scan was am brent no. So if that is the situation as a press younger goalkeeper is in the bar. Na say play jamakona. That means there and treat me. It's Basa catch up and G to me there. Nature one man there or back problem be. About quite surgery. It's a club. Oh, yeah, no quarter back problem. But the issue in your day, player no na club G to me there. I could worry in your surgery. But then, one super winner, so on your surgery now. I can't but the hammer Basa for there. One turn now, another one to the one pushing out of the team don't call. And it was why I bonafide property of AFC Barcelona no. Then Oboka kwe surgery no. Which obey yeah problem between the player and the club no. It is sporting director Deku nya Brenton Kastle. But okori echi no, na mo be sign up ball no choro kwana okoye surgery no. Wa kwa surgery no we fine. Between the club and the player no, when you tase there, when you na obenya aboter na was a joint statement was about on the injury no. Now fast forward okoye surgery no we and I Brenton Kastle out be abaka there. Why you surgery no we but we just said that within 2 to 3 months no. Obasanso wa back bio because the last time I the same surgery no it took him only 2 months to pay no was a tapo and I want a club super one way full because administratively no club if you there another La Liga phone one she be there in there is a player could play for more than 3 months to 4 months what would not or a long term injury into a couple of they can allow the clubs in the day want to know 1 year emergency signing. There's a plan if the one so is on the book order of the club na obona. Then ne salary no obotum na was slashing 50%. Now I'm a club no corner there. Unko sign a new place na when you want bembe yejuma. Interpreting the Sabasa for say mo one corner. Obotum po wakere bia 5 months, 6 months or a long term injury to no. In the Unko tonight, no one to know what make it there. New signing of Marcus Rashford and then Badji Rooney. Now we tum na wako nenyi mo honom. Now when was that more problems in Ozaba? Abrofu being Abrofu no. In the boy he knows the situation at hand. The national clubs when him situation now no so all could do honum.
I think so Ophelia mistrust. I wish I disappointed.
I disappointed in the club.
Especially said all kind beginning for the maintaining surgery.
Yeah.
So I said also more maintaining surgery keke. Omu omo sa akosane.
Another
potentially
player,
a starter. Yes, Eddie Naba. That is why I no feeling disappointed. Say Bane Sadia. As or no na a can a one.
Of course.
The injury no. And so no can begin in the main fan that so fat pain money the that. I don't know a bad day. A bit prolonged and a bit sebi be a best situation. One shot the next time okoya it be at the whole of the season or bear out. And to no Felisa say club no any name didn't year because surgery they are about so about the 6 months. Now work on the baby. Tis if say one pube bar or baba become then between me no there. You bet me fairly actually games now that but quite 3 and we are the pecking order per the surgery every baby no. I think say na tested and at so I feel say communication wise I'm saying yes Basa for no letting it down. Me can say I'm letting it down say or more amber directly to him say this is what we want to do and so one or the other was a club no so moving on and play about so to me club no and to form so if you read about it or Phyllis club no end in the sadia so more issue
punishment
yes for registration
yes
sadia me so me punish
so punish a club
to any surgery now no say back doctors no yes no person be
yes
in fact one print
yes
ono akohu expert and okoye owie nso no say day to day update or the Bema club no so onye ombie side in front
now FKK see the problem in there a bona fide property of FC Barcelona.
Absolutely.
You need to update the club on who injury situation.
Oh yeah.
Now Barcelona feel there. Okay, my young who nyama record the length of the injury no. How many months never to 19? Ya buy na then boy no so room boy up and from my club no. Says ya so Spain so that non-disclosure agreement between a hospital and a patient.
Yes.
It's the Barcelona cannot go directly to the club hospital no there.
Yes, a law.
One for information from it. Chidam now na sisi ya no Deco in fact Deco now our holidays our friend there. When your boy na kasa boy no so rente. Nti dey Deco Spain. Na we question boy ni bi na wa kasa na wa hwe there. Say if about two na sisi ya no amano kone there. One for information from Barcelona them say chido only court pay.
Sure.
And about two na one order there. I bring to no unreleased or yeah, the medical report and record no. Not from a club no. But sometimes I manage the club them na. In fact, on trade. Yes, it is no good because
one player fighting against a big club like Barcelona, they are obey Lucy. Oh, say what some year they send you this one for second stuffing any stance no kakra. Now or accepting the fate on Jim says, "Hey, yeah, dear." But at least kakra I'm sure who we are if a move out you do it. Who said the answer wa bo mo pa. Now share kwan say all fast wa ba be ende.
FKK, there is also another problem. We are now in the month of August. All Chebia leagues in the start of honor. Now, since you are so what so register the other places where you listen if you ma. That means that so by fit until January on to Mumbobo. Already Sumpone our first team goalkeepers are I third choice of honor.
Yes.
It's a command them now. Or protection also no.
Probably to end this chapter. The basa for person mo ya no muguso mo ya.
Yes, we jano kwan.
Some person mo jano kwan. And also won ko usika woje wosoro. Ena ko na obi mra wo se won ko. Gitum se say in the pecking order or your third choice. O se there be. Enti the omo pa no mo ye no o play balls no into the legs and answer the foot of fire basa for no so omo fa so no mo tweeting the omo ye nti said o kan kakra na registration omo yi ni din free ma. The omo se pa no automatically we are out of the team.
Well, it's Barca supporters now want more Kodas. This is the situation on the ground at Barca for no. In the up to now, no. Marcus Rashford one registered. Rooney Baggi no so one registered. It is Okobanda. That means by the end of the ever start the new season, no. That's a boy no from medical records no from Kway. My one fan catch La Liga or your medical team no. My one so access. My one more connected 1 year those registrations now. Then these two players no anya na bon when you be ambonti no and then when you want for na chop pan from boy ni DM there on for information come FC Barcelona no na wontum na wonko n'anyim honom Ruby my young room the stories ni bi na yenzi enkomo kakra honom na master if you ye a break out for your Benjamin Sesko yezi no komo ofiade extensively ended that you can wa hade there two clubs Newcastle and the Manchester United obias in the bid kwai. In fact, Newcastle for $1 billion, so €5 million, more than what Manchester United was a quite honor. But no, send a boy no verbally. Was in the way time of Manchester United there. He believes in the project of Ruben Amorim and at the future of Newcastle as a player. No, but to know we develop for Manchester United no. Then I want up there as a player no. Or tum na oko. Into no being the player Newcastle no. Or to know agree in the personal terms with Manchester United. We are not the agent na form a club in the day. This is the development now until we tumna we saw often him no call him. And that and our brain no finally otumna or J or yeah the personal terms in the tuma. What communicating was him or yeah RB Leipzig. The last time I had the Leipzig for no. Now they were looking for 80 million or yeah euros no. 80 million euros for our brain no. Now Manchester United were to meet all the criteria in our club in the world. Even though Newcastle cannot do so. But also the plan preference in there about Manchester United. No one in the club and that gentleman's agreement into no. No actually want to watch the club and this can also now we to my plan wa call hodom. It's in the you say at the Manchester United. Or but start to exchange papers now with all yeah RB Leipzig. Now boy you know we to now ba sign them Manchester United permanently or hodom. Akobana damana. If you look at the new frontier for Manchester United then Ebo Mateus Kuna from the other side, Benya Brent from Brian Buemo from one side too. Then Benjamin Sesko obegina enyim na Bruno Fernandes obegina wonyina won echi wo hono na de wo finfin wonom. And this is going to be a formidable squad on paper. On any day, all things being equal, they should be able to do better. And boy, they choose a path for himself. And for me, Manchester United supporters, now they are happy, they are brimming with confidence, and this is just normal for me. But an American on paper, you may have all these names, but as to how it can translate on the field of play, that is why it becomes hectic for coaches there. But for the meantime, this is then again to no matter what they ended that. Playing uncle so functioning team that the pressure of a banner don't know only easy. But this is the destination where to we're choosing to know. Ruby, it is good. Your boyfriend makes my deal way no about to know about Quanon Swak or sign or honor, now walk on him. It's a Okobanda. That means the Newcastle, they once again missed on another player. Until the two players into the McKenna had a day. Nicholas Jackson and Oli Watkins. And then at Chelsea. Newcastle for quiet initial talks no kwezin komakakra. Na Chelsea quote 80 million pounds. And I was out to a year Nicholas Jackson no means to disrespect or year Nicholas Jackson. But Ruby, I feel that Nicholas Jackson is not even up to 45 million pounds. But sometimes transfer them on their quackable. And Newcastle for actually when here striker, they need to sign. So one signer only year or honum. Currently, they should want to work only one striker pay on a camp will be upon him honum. And so they need a face who come in there. Now I quite juma. But last time I can't say the Senegalese connection now. While for more Newcastle Honamana. I have every belief there. So Nicholas Jackson could pay more Honamana. He can join his compatriot. Okay, Papi Sisi. He was not that bad of Honum. Then Babamo Shabakoba was in Newcastle. And Nicholas Jackson environment expectations in the Shadan news Ruby trust me. He will be able to deliver our Honum. These two players, Yarisha Mason will be sure back for these guys, Manchester United won our bill. And that Anopa and I bet today, United for now Berry more Brighton. Wakwe inquiry for Carlos Baleba. Yes, that boy when you bought Bob Bruta. When you bought Banca.
No, not me 2 moments on a year, we yarn, I made you one a press last year. One Baleba, I'm say. Or Brighton. Also, who's a man you phone best at post and say, Obama, mind. I'm so sad.
Or a good player, especially actually aging.
Of course.
Aging will form.
Last season, we can't go be our say. Crazy go be never Pombo in Poy. Go be on this same mind. Okay, yeah, a very good player.
A good player, pa. Now United for watch there after signing a striker, their next major priorities will be a goalkeeper and a central midfielder. So it means if they are moving towards this particular player way now, that means them central midfielder okay we're able to know why I'm a controller. He's a good player in the sense that today Ruby Sokuta ball now very good on the ball. The ball retention highly impressive and tangible in front finish him. The pass ranges so I also to no him. And that is one problem United for lucky in their team. So actually Matheus Cunha for instance Okuta ball is very good. But off the ball, very bad player. On tackling. Bruno Fernandes when it comes to tackling now, obviously yellow card this year. But they need to get one player there. So we'll lose the ball up front one now. On your friend watching the DM on feed number 6 and my tackle and sana watch the ball. But somebody who on any day piano, the moment we'll lose the ball happen, about to we hold on. Now I started on the pressure also to do when you want reason why they want to go in for here this particular player. And then what quite and a perfect waka. What you want to way too? My Brighton catch on point blank there. Boy, wait 120 million pounds.
Hey!
Yes.
Oh, just
120 million pounds.
I'm for my DI.
I'm saying that when we here play.
I'm for Obiampe.
Obiampe. United will go back again. We're going to negotiate now. Wash there.
But I'm for by way near 45. Quening.
Now, Ruby, send him Brighton for no.
Obiampe. Send him Chelsea for you.
Was it Chelsea? Was it Arsenal? Now that seems to know. If you want their play, you pay huge for them. Just January way. Anna says the 80 million pounds was the buyer for this Japanese boy. Mitoma. What rejected? And that is them. Into United say if they want the boy now, they know what to do.
All right.
Or try one best and watch over sign it or your player no. My young Liverpool na yenzim komoka crap. And the Liverpool for the simple it is also open. That one simple now their priority no or a 2 spot. The left wing because that Luis Diaz Oko and a striking position no so good. What is in common for or Alexander Isak. Now ended that and I wanna kasa one legend Jamie Carragher. Papa no kwezim from there. He doesn't understand why the Liverpool fool but spend the 80 million pounds on a Brent from Hugo Ekitike. Now Asanso akọ Newcastle bill. A sign 150 million striker bill. That these two players should come and compete. Now 80 million pounds play no. as no cut in a bench. In fact, also it doesn't make sense. Into a cananco changes are a canama 150 million pounds. It can buy somebody like Kylian Mbappe. So 150 million pounds or one this market waste a question my bench play between the Kylian Mbappe more type in B. As one about all board and Alexander Isakana, a quote to them a hefty amount. And also not doing one on Tassi. But Liverpool as a club, and once we make a decision there, a Conibiado, them 150 million, okay, Kotia. It is a Ekaboma. They are going to spend close to 230 million pounds on 2 strikers in just one window. And a Papa also one on Tassi because this is not right. And that is the issue as well for about. But Liverpool when I be will be down Nunes. Yes, and then the Liverpool for positive news. It's in as much as there was any players maybe more complaining, or as a club was good once one year business because Luis Diaz are quite for close to 75 million euros.
Of course.
Then that will necessarily go to close to 65 million. Kabomuna for share.
Of course.
Then you scream about worry.
And SM the better your page back so or the better so say oh share Liverpool players so major more coin. And no more my 12 or my banoa. Oh to me says a car my bono. Other than a new 50 million. A new 50 million.
What is Kabby? What is they can still spend.
Of course.
Reason why we good at one sign or good at what sign the players in the bino. And to down in this ended a confirmation now, but Monday as a report in the bed there. Simone Inzaghi, while from Ohina Casa, was the project now to name. BBI clear that boy about to know we move on. Now Ruby, Yankata Brent and a salary for the next 3 years now. £400,000 a week. 400,000 pounds a week. And I Brent no Obajiwa or yeah, Ahilal Honoma in the alcohol so alcohol no question I can tell you good news. And I want to away to Nawakano. What's what is going to be the right another the left wing one no. Liverpool for now Berrum or yeah PSG. PSG because your branch of no Bradley Bacola. No one come. Yes, we'll come make inquiries in the second demand. They want to formally come to a year PSG for no. Not 1 year a branch and is in common, but instead of acquiring the PSG catcher one day, they want to keep the player. However, so Liverpool foot was the outrageous bid was the bar. Obotum na wa share na wa my boy no wa ko. And Koma yet in there. Also, Liverpool to my son Bradley Bacola now. They are supposed to pay somewhere around 100 million pounds. So tell Liverpool spending this year today. A poor and post comes will be Dankasa. Bradley Bacola. Say 100 million pounds.
First you call
no see other was started or bunting. What will focus on Isaac ni deal no. So we are then Bradley Bacola 100. No so 100. Yes.
Call him.
Was more
call him. It
will be
it's at 150. Bacola way 100.
Yes.
Let's
work it ticket portion scout.
Liverpool for no I call anyway.
Let's go with you be and them afro so. Okay, I know Tazaman. Coach the care.
Oh, me Kakra me who won game against Bilbao and I was impressed. When I want a force Kakra still bueno
Isaac.
Number 7 no vet. On I said minim say pressure so be say I say onyaboche or the ball cheche apart from no Kitike ni ba e bo na edene
or ba onya easy.
All right, dey anko
emi hodom na Kakra bia fonto tode na enso do. Saudi Funa Sanso akọ Manchester City. Now this time around Mateo Kovacic. What shall squad was the boy and shall next
don't be more
to Saudi Funaba. They are renting on Shana was the proposal about to name him.
Uncle if we say or say look at marriage crampo no when ya fear you know oko AC Milan to so benya
only for benya club Europe. Then no it now but the Saudi Funaba also be inquiry about the boy no. Jack Grealish more exclusive why 2 days ago. The Everton for no waba. In fact now it is now open Everton for no. While Manchester City won't change straight there, what per loan. The loan is our penal. Sick, I bet no we are done to do, no weekly salary.
Yeah.
It was one channel, 1 year. Because Club Amber of Basine are rent to that Grealish. It's a city for put away in if you books in the ground.
At least, so Oji 215, Ponamo chair, at least half Nakano.
Yes.
Move to me there before Woman and call.
And to sit for one respond, Diana. Okay. But yet, trend over to know about Jatum, no boy, Nako.
I'm more trying Saudi for being Hobabaconim.
Jack Grealish will say yes to a year. Everton, yes.
Hey, this guy, but at least. We're winning some trophies. It will me then why but Jack Grealish pan okay o dey call him me boy no Villa Hall now or the work rate no was true but now see that need numbers papa bia also no betwe ne twa free kick aba now on body abo ase apart from that okay
the team akase na quality you judge you based on those numbers and I know you how adwene kakra now Chelsea so when you 45 million pounds on 2 players these are French players and United and World Tonaka but tonally fully Arranged for no Leslie Ugochukwu and Afe Amando Broha. These are two players at the last ever you won't come on. Now Broha is worth £20 million and now Ugochukwu no quite for £25 million. Into for the two players, Chelsea were now we recoup £45 million on this place when it comes to the business. And they be America Chelsea, they know how to do it. Other clubs, they should learn from Chelsea or Honum. My young Romo Germany na Yenzi Komoka Krebi Wahade. A Roma, a renter of a year Richard Duan of Japan. Osna Kazimoya Freiberg or Honum. A very good player. Last season, I think about 15 goals. And at the right wing away, Otumna Oshe in the German Bundesliga. And upon you can say, enter Frankfurt Funo, where room, Opera was Sunday Japan.
Also about him, Bay.
About Freiberg.
Uncle Frankfurt.
Yes, 21 million euros, no fixed fees, and 1 million euros add-ons, and I was that the two clubs in Yawaji is a canal to ma. Okay. Akrabokona Waka. Uncle Brian, Yalabato Frankfurt, Freiberg, F and Yasha, you say your boy Europa League video for him. Now, Koyo Horna Ruby Medicino, Wilfred Ndidi, and a power in a plenum, Istanbul, and Oko Pemo Honum. Only Gana Soche, and a what was our friend there. Massa, I trust you. Yes. Or in the case you more honor. Okay. And to this year, on championship debut.
Leicester honor.
Leicester. If I thought it's alcohol, na ne big brother. The Wilfred Ndidi. Oh. I know the Jenna Tata, or you know, around Bibia, Nigerian, or Ghana, you know. Won't be Bia, or you be Bia boom. In fact, guided for Tawi Saku. Until they know Godfather, wage and honor or quiet by 6 stars into no. Wilfred Ndidi, in that power by the close of the day, no. Yeah, but tell our son of the more club our friend or by 6 stars or to Ruby transfers in your friends. Okay. Astars in the crabby. And that game, to be honest, Marcus and should be 90 minutes. But I know power may be in your time by close to 20 minutes, and I'm making a honor. May share the highlights of the game and some performance of some of the players, And then I said, when I was starting game was more Arsenal now. Coach in Gudara or try there about warm up almost every player into the team. Instead of Ben White once again, the right back coach in Honum, Lewis Kelly at the left back, there's Saliba and Jacob Kivio. Yeah. And one that was starting, fifth one Christian Nogard Merino. Yeah. And one on any day.
It's the best starts, of course.
Yes, so no so Honum. And a Saka, Gyökeres and the Martinelli. And one that was
Martinelli, some people say, "Gan, our shares were team Mwana."
Supporters in the feeling.
Oh,
supporters in United.
Oh, when you would say, "Hey, Maduka, I know some Maduka honor."
Yes, about my ball honor, but goes now start considering. Coach not to motion. Yes, I agree, but they may not be your first team players. ABM was starting.
But on any day, these are guys,
any day, because I play the Champions League, the Premier League. It means was a careful team. They should be ready for any moment to be a honor. Not that I should go now, Pepe or Shay now. About that, the backline when defend ye. Second goal for Resta, keep on a save ball. The next reaction, or defenders will react to Honum. But now it's no one nado. Now it wasn't good or Honum. Your carriage in the number that could go to Nakawai be different. Arsenal born about friends last season. Strike out but team no more.
Still, I'm about the same ball.
For 15.
I'm
about from wings.
I don't know me reading your mapa. Not Obia complaining. Yes. As you said, they don't want to pass the ball to the striker.
It's coach. Or you're coaching.
Okay.
Into coaching the country players. So the second task this year there is a new striker.
Okay.
Whether we like it or not, he will be the main man. Bobby are not rings. Bobby are not rings. Bobby are rings.
I don't
now kwenda hono
atamfo nyama wie mabakagu
you players are preseason one fa
okay
and that is one time I put the coach otumo ye but into the second half Zubimendi oben ye behu ball and so to be hono but my boy na some Max Dorman still now this youngster is 15 years old ogoda kai or kabibi cha teta that team no boto na so abobi hono yes ogoda or kabibi cha teta. In fact, we be me confidence, Okay. But on to trim quite chance to that second reason, or just how to direct. About the butcher out to form, the penalty, no. I'm not saying about Kosi Bio Hono, but it is only the coach of Bache. And then there was a good exercise, and a team no nyano in terms of ball possession, total shots, and I didn't know. But goes name to Mamba. All right. As a very foot to me, Juma for member on our bad Hono. But we are supporters, yes, someone. Parte Wabre. Until they say England for no part one, the gin and you are. In the supporters group, be saw there. They are against the signing of Foyer Thomas Day. And they should stop that. Yes, someone won't get the matter on your face. Obiara in charge of party. Oh, yeah, or Obiara Bon Kwedu. Or a charge was our party good or court of Honum. He is innocent and he is proven guilty. So what's the fuss about Honum?
Okay, may I say, Osman, I know Champions League, qualifiers, First leg, final, SF Fenerbahce 2-1. Omo trade Mourinho obi anya botre. Mourinho say second leg go me crow. Mama baba tun take ho. So it's man qualified there na ya asem, but of course any day se Feyenoord ese for the bacha Osman we say kanya ayibia enya bibia
Van Persie no jwana no sorry ejuma
o coach Feyenoord for no anya bad Timunya boche why nya boche ma Morino ebeye all right dear Mra say good morning Miss Ruby, I want top 14 for England, Spain, Germany. Top 4 last season there and after this season I open one semi. This season I will tell my why be how do man next week the amount, you know. Obi abeche na adwen. We adwen chere beche next week be and search media amount we free air cash out wo the free entry training air college on there by na say and pay for your message. Now maybe I will so no please Miss Shobi I need update on Ebusia drafts. All right, Frederick. Mesha na my hweduma di amount. Hi Miss Shobi, the Assemblies of God pastors are so powerful and I know what I'm saying from Nketia Cape Coast. Okay, yo Nketia. Also then their father side no yo. Yeah, that's it. Incoming good morning. Osman is afraid of my team Man City. That is why he's rating us off. But FKK is right. We are back for our league. Still your boy, Daniel Achan Insider. This side on the way. And so they are update me on Real Madrid. It's me, see what time. What did I start a year training for the season? No, I can't do any because of the scheduling. You know, when you're my baby, I fine. I was married for camper. Almost so they ba next season. You're my fear now. If you didn't come on local stories.
The real sports is here.
It's caught in no man's land. It's Marley.
Kastle the Sports King.
Kwame sheni multi bet so gidi say ebe farm and now fufu ni chita fo nyina. Or the bet way for bet influencer. And your bet one the fufura abroad chichen code no. Etimi mani yesika. Course dudu o chichen ne chire sika dudu obenya. Obia bet me a bet influencer. We e the fufuro kra edi kan e wo wiase afa na nyina free betway. Kai sen chiche kakra wo ho. Gaming Commission of Ghana sashase. Woni fie no otwe a enko ho. Bet ni wonyansem.
Say no nut.
Kastle FM 90.3 heavy.
Everybody follow not sa malaria. A 3D till no not now. Oh, malaria chill. Oh, popo. What do you need? I want the no not. A dabako. No not. A damiano. No not. A damiansa. No not. No. Lonat scatter malaria. Lonat ide scatter malaria.
A quality products from Blaze GVS Pharma. Yenhwehwemu hu se malaria wo mojam ansa na wanum Lona. Na nam yensearch na malaria no da so wo ho a ko hu doctor.
This advert is FDA approved.
When I day home and want something quick to chop, everything day inside, groundnut milk and sugar. I only need some water, so kiss made easy. Kivo carry mix, it be chop am anywhere, it be Kivo carry for your office, boarding house, Kivo carry everything day inside, groundnut milk and sugar. I only need some water, so kiss made easy. Kivo carry mix, it be Kivo carry.
Kivo 4-in-1 Gary mix. Soakings are easy. This advert is FDA approved.
The real sports is here.
It's caught in no man's land. It's Marley.
Kastle the Sports King.
Mama Simon akwa baby and Famra Kastle 90.3 FM. So Robert Mensah Sports. I don't know pay at Nasia. Ya de ma wono 6 minutes past 8. Ya be fie na fe. Ya fisa ma hodwa. Ya bo abo anu no nyina no to me and so ede ama okaisa no pay live on Facebook. Kastle 90.3 FM Cape Coast. Join the show no ho. Like na share file comment no ebra. Ya be kenkani na enso no to me ede ama na ya to me akoya nim. Yemra na fe yemfa eye efisem no ento aso ema odia na ye hyase ede free. Enada arehosem a no Ghana ina edu so a ye kan eho asem no kwasem ni Ghana fo nyina ere ahopapa nanso so me de kan to dwa no ora ne din ede eye omane boama eye kane eye youth and sports eye deputy minister wɔno tumi serve year from 2012 to 2013 ɛwɔ ɛyɛ ɔmanpanyin dada ɔnyɛ ne baabi kɔ John Evans Atamels ne penso administration no ɛna wɔtumi ɛyɛ adwuma ti na ɛyɛ bepie mo sports ne mu susu a yesu ne nyina no yesu nso ɛde ma yɛ former deputy sports minister owura ne die de ɔmane boamane no ɛna wopie mu a former ɛyɛ Nsuateman general manager no ɔno yɛ Great Olympics for general manager Eric Alexander Deto Jason kwasem ni owura yɛ kan ho asɛm ɔmane boamane no kai sɛ ne May 9th esi yɛ no papa no wɔboaye papa ɔboaye ɛma wɔn a na wɔn ɛprepare na de nyina tumi ɛhwɛ wɔn na msapa na kasa no utumi sɛ ɛba no ɛyɛ ne medical background no a ɔfɛ nya grokra ɔkyerɛkyerɛ mu sɛ etumi ɛde ma samre no ne ɔyɛyɛ enso ɛde boaye.
You see, he has that leadership quality that you look for in a leader who is always involved in the day-to-day affairs of the organization or department that he leads. There is something a lot of people don't know. Dr. Mane Boama was part of the medical team that offered rescue services in the May 9th 2001 disaster that happened at the Sports Stadium. Yeah.
That's great.
Really? Yeah. So he was part of that team. And after the NDC lost power in 2016, he went back to medical practice and was actually working with Afra International Hospital.
Enti eno ne nsem ode to dwante no men nine victims no mo ano mo na mu o maprepra ne ade no wo bo asebi dodo no a wo ho no mo a na enye fidi agukwa no atwa sa chem se eba no emra obeye deputy sports minister no an kwasem ni adwuma wo ye no ne Black Stars foi maybe do ye na FKK omo ye gidi ye bonus ne ade o se ono no obi a on second hand information no say information afrebusa jefefo so no makasa mo ko banzo abodi so mo ko bobo no no mo kasa awai ento no obesi pam aba no ma ba be kasa eno ene ade ba ko a na oye niye papa abrebia 7 ebesie no ono ho no bi ti no won't make man false information bia.
You can clearly see that he's somebody who really wants to get things done and wants to be involved in whatever is happening. They are listening. He decided to go there as the deputy sports minister. Go and engage the players and give them the assurance that it's going to happen. Guys, let's go out there and get a job done. And I think these are things some of us want to learn from. That you are deeply involved in the thing in such a way that it becomes difficult for anybody to come back and give you information that is not accurate. Because before it
no there about hobby no dey besi bia ni tuam information bia any accurate. And no name common bia na general manager ma Great Olympics Eric Alexander de ma on eye ora omane boama no a o hwe eye ne nkwa no emu yanto so na yanko ensem foforo mu na yakọ ensem foforo mu na nei Accra Heart of Folk ene yakọ Solomon Agwesi Kane Dreams FC goalkeeper ora mko Africa koya adwuma last season opra the whole of season no wan sia kan amatim bia no opra wo hwe no ho yade ne ho atọ na fese wakọ Heart of Folk. So far no yenya huni ekone ne ebo wo say ampa house for no na di nkomo pa we no a verbal agreement and so far o ma ye enkrata so pa de bibia nya nkoto so
verbal agreement. Yeah, but you are yet to do medical sign.
Enti the verbally and a house and no agree bibia nya nkonkrata ne so eno ye nkomo nei Solomon Agbasi goalkeeper no that my Dreams FC wo Africa no mu na last season na one go back company me plenty no wo de san komo no de ba mo free agent na one house for etwetwe enkomo ye ba ka kira on Monday ni say Akumasi Asante Kodoko nya new air striker Morefin Donzo Morefin Kodoko for say abrante no goals wo be poso nye goals wenti no number 9 jersey omo de amana say one more number 9 no we iconic jersey number 9 striker bo there onye share na for next season no one person ntama Kodoko Africa and Africa Ghana Premier League ni mu eno so no yede atudwa ama etiefo eno House of Folk ebo friendly game womone eye team ketwa Zelina Africa ene boy ya heart ehye come en so mo take kanimu eye baako kwabna Boatin se go Mauli Wayo and afi Martin Kakari omone ball 3 goals edema heart ne makoye de ma womo yan league champions bibia ni go stand so sia kan womone eye Sinkum Academy ene boy ya game ne ba na wi no Go Stars an shebio FKK wo mo an shebio Esinkum Academy no omo so no omo an shebi enti no Go Stars ena omo so preseason na shase no so no yade atudwa ede ama yetiefo ye ni nkomo ewo this local stories a ya boabo anu ni mu na fe yentimi enko ye ni mu nkomo ye babedi wa fi semi mu yi Kastle transport aso asne me kai wo say wo pe bus bi de tu kwan o pe car ketwa bi de around sa bra Kastle transport obenya cars ni bi etumi a renting no kwasem ya affordable and afi ye wo flexible terms de go akwan mu de ama wo nti brasisi e mu ye kuo mu tu kwan pe bus akese mini buses amoba kastlefm a obenya bi enso no etumi a renting Kastle transport ha Mamadi afre 0244 406 500 ana 0552 490 241 or from penny 4 able to me ajewo so game park chop aya goodie yedi edi pesika eguye mboto mo fa phone na obo star 946 hasha obenya kwanya edi agro no ebe almost say simple you nyane say numbers no 1 to 36 no and that's yes 1 to 36 no you want number ba ku wo mu na FS ka kuma bi push no draw ni mu omo ye draw na number ne ba out a usika no ye ba ho edi amount 26 to 30 times in example ne say me fair number me fair 1 to 36 no me number 30 ma pe 5 Ghana de ato achi da draw ni mu omo ye draw me number 30 ne ba abontia me 5 Ghana no ye ba ho sa from 26 to 30 times edi amame we dey simple. It comes with serious rewards. Into be any be star 946 hash oba game park chop a good year now the home to me ashemu ebin na me san so men ka obi em sendei wo ko top fuel no amu the right amount na mfa mawo wo so to 200 cedis wo to me the 200 Ghana kokoduru eye bia mankasim afei wo anu mankasim o ekwan mu ho no ba bia akogya wasimu a na se fuel no right amount na emu amount koye report farmer the National Petroleum Authority for and fuel no quality ne go form what to me se fuel we de enya papa bibi wom ya fremu anade ade omode a na koye report no o ko experience bad customer service wo di usike goto fuel ni paro fuel amount no de o ye ne ho cheche ne ho aseche se enya kra obufu ipa ya bad customer service ana your report se facture NPA for meboa o ma ho manie 0302 550 380 0302 550 380 and our head office no ewo jo look on mo so a ubetunu makwa kodi enkomo 48 hours say reporting ubetumi aye ewo NPF4 asuye yeni nkomo ewo local stories nimo.
The real sports is here.
Noise caught in no man's land. It's Marley!
Kastle FM. The Sports King.
FKK, yeni nkomo
FM.
Yes, Agbesi to heart to folk. And him say just imminent, but that's I slow down kakra. And obviously simply because I'm saying Agbesi one shed any other options. Either say or war, but said yeah, has an or person cocoa. And unti and be a man abasa and yedi can beside your questions in my some of us some answer say has been Agbesi and I feel say yes, some be here no. The quality near enormous or vast experience or your league in your league in experience or Africa experience so when him da na I would him da and he player or both to a level be a national team no more a man a collab I print when Timmy Ancono if says a house and yet you would say the planet chin no even a nay goalkeeper on money post and the more Benjamin Asari no so cause that situation on upon the end yesine who cratch away Emma utimi recover fully Emma no kodam Olympics and our house for akofana banti if says Agbesi no indeed he said the titi said on one so kasa phone say kasa no akwanim na mum bibia concrete bia nyam piem no I feel say has for speedy up na I feel say boy no so twentwen na see we bia sikase mu anase bibi mu a sometimes you do stage be say uko injury mo na free mu but not saying say koji bibia koji anything bia e be peanut bia but at least bibi kakra betimi abo say da bia so betimi a share now also goalkeeping also so aba bedem bisan so important person and when him go ne da osaba biem into the game na ebetimi aboa yie pa so I feel say both parties ne ehi omo ntimi emboa na afem arrive at a point obetimi I get the deal done now yes signed and sealed so Didi we share the way we see the preseason ase na all speedy up nyoma na so yeah say in fact say sunny bi on so mbe ya omonya man in terms say be ya because say mre no kwa na ekwa animu say be ya those new faces no on be kan the team no ho a obetimi di omowura eye team no na bibia konkan so atimi ade amomti the facts are voice out no mean say obenya na nka nyoma akwa animu tentem na at least one more signing contract no na bibia so akoye etimi ede amagbesi and then a crowd to folk mobile friendly a very low profile and yeah Kastle ye pre-season there low profile so na dodo na preferably person mo dey share kakra and do sha madu to push am say the only friend you be boy the money sa is it Austrian side yes e be kwa akobonti omompe high profile we be the obeka so mo pre-season omo aye with the FIFA Club World Cup na hand you know omo hia so be boyfriend kese bia but o sha say ya has so obeka so mo nya kese bia ba omo bor na pre-season mo amuna no mo no omo de kotoko game no inti no da but o sa be sha bia ma with a new coach obviously inti o say o sha every year nkitu no kakra na o de ba
and of course on the 20th of August anybody Gaka top 4
and also a big one
so, yeah.
We just to shake up everything ebia omo buy na omo nyam ball eye game bia as omo ni opponent bi ball obetu mirika and all that coach ni tie kire obehwe de oye kotoko game no man no sa fair idea of any the style of play the person babebo it is side games he be na be man na hu the person oye no so ushering themselves into the Gaka top 4 no and obe managing a fair idea of any style of playing it a very good exercise and a has for and getting the goals no especially Banisia those involved for a goal scoring no e be more musa to so ni gidie no say working above themselves no we just adeketwa prepare grounds no for them say so mo yiro mo ho a be ko yetimi ade amom so it should be a very good exercise for higher hearts of football boko no Dr. Mani Boama media said the can be no and also the Eric alleged that the account how selfless are you and how
in terms of sports
I mean saying him no baba no we say time media sports won bo abeba phobia bibi be fa waso kakra but few people now because of getting involved for sports no through their ministry no now we should done tin hon somebody be brother say nipa ba kwa dodo na no osori a o kana sema ombre bibre ebia Nilante Vanderpool and oja no so the time no just some few months to be yes omo de say no I don't know extra eduma oye I don't know koye personal
of course
yes
and something personal and no be politics I lusu aba
the zango for no ye mo yan for my eduma kakra na obe there you could see say this is a personal with yes with time no nanka obetimi aboa
na the same pokra ye minister was here Kofi Adams there are people who say he's not working.
He's not up to it.
He's in bed with some people being at
it. Now, for hey, so yeah. No be sure. I believe say Papa no Babe na Juma and sa even that history the Babe share May 9th. How I know kind of medical staff and as a personnel are no mo make up to a young kofo asebi nanka Nyankopon be form so nanka mo so aba nkwam no we said do na no e pry and no the way May 9th no kokoye na because of how na crowdy and I say crowded heat ni nyoma say tear gas ni side ni no ebi mo hompa na nipa na tata so na sebio omo wa homi mu intina ni nyina na wo say omo reacting tem na afi omo enya nipa nkwa no etimi de ba intino I feel say wa kire say from that point na eba no obi a nipa nkan ko nipa yedie nipa bambo ne sade no ade wo na brabo
no can the ama or can say these are the things what say one more sports you say no they should be learning from
also musua and you say the bia wo de gidi uzo kan bi say onye tietie bebre onye obi ase wotoa uzo obi onu ma wotoa epanyini obi in fact penfo bi pesa ankofo no mo aso mo ayo mo konkonsa kakra kotie beka omo pesa ankofo ne pa because when you so be brain information but sometimes also also getting down to the grounds now so hwehwe now hu so obi onu ma oba be kan asem no be kan nye ade ni enkan ko na emoma bia asomasi obintin bi ohono mpe na asem into oba be se no de na kirew
for example sa Black Stars in semi anokan bonus ho asem dia obekọ na empanyifo bia no almost say chire enti one quality players na kwakasa yes na players na say ya mo muska omo
asumbo no miehu sa de no kakra se some person na push
na esha se na eba from 2012 no be deputy no but he was able to solve a BNC
imagine
and now do kwa time the coffee will be
and sometimes also a problem solver and also kwa no de bia na say one side we yes sir and boy
2014 it took president so be for phone afre now deputy minister
now Juma na say Juma na say
agro obi mu di okrom
Juma na say ya create portfolios ya create nyoma bibre de man crofo said omo can create loot
baba no obesu
sharing no kwa looting and sharing no na yom but Juma
na that's my baba obesu man penny na fra be no baba obesu ye nti e nim ni
why ankra
obesu ye
sir
what Juma na say
ono ni sunu na metena se say na ase ye de ya say one man ho kwan ama saa de na fa no so atimi dia ba nye se bia boni na no akodu na obesu se bia we am nchire mu na
am ka se bia kube no mo no me na bia o man hwe no kwan so
ya say gentleman pa idi owo so who say before that incident no ono no ate no ho ase and now president penasem pa enti na buy and quickly on side no call okoye presidential staff no enti no penasem no ogidi onimu and I say asem no kofa say one let the president down enti ano na ma sometimes esu no kokoko piem no obi so power the beka na asem ba ni nyina no yes so I think say such person
of course
and I say san crofo no
some
yes ebanisia papa bebre e wo mo afam but say in politics in the way see dirty na enya na enso ani no emma wo nhye de hu ni papa ni bebre papa bebre wo mo but I say the way omo ankasa gya omo no mo ma politics no eye no enu nti ama obia feel say politicians are bad people. I don't think say they are bad individually impo konfododo a omo hwe omo no so de no kwampo e ka asema eya na enka bibi obato omo akasa ene omo ankasa thinking ni sometimes the omo ba bonten ebe portray yes omo ano no lip services no edoso as de bia no so omo yema omo side no de bia no yembo omo abaso forgetting the bigger picture no eno na Emmanuel Bass I think say there was some few or obviously dudu na woman yes I think say omo good heart one kasa papa ya kweshia they say we from afar
I have some people
yeah
anytime they contest for election for them
ato forcing say nye election aka kokoshia na say na wu the personality but wa koshia no na wu no who said this is a very good person enti saa net here di Nyankopon fa papa ne creation ene eye Muntala especially Muntala is my man me pero the way o si kasa the way o si digest issues on the two ultimately said this is a learned person and o be or what the party no at heart but o de no nyina to nchen a o man nyina nso so eda na koma so enti for me I think say Nyankopon for mo creation na you know you be at media film yes na yet media
on number 9 na dia ma no number 9 no free ye gini aba no
akwa no mo keka se
agwa bele no
kotoko new sign no
number 9 dey dia ma no
Marifin ni dey no so ede mo show no a said do kana asem say obaba been banging the goals mo show ba bi o free buy so na free is it Simba Hafia from Guinea. Also one of the big clubs ni bi e wo hono and omo consistent e wo Africa. And Kotoko so wo hwa pe omo nsama ya tete am say be 2 years ni e no mo follow e guy no. But this san sikasem so omo no omo contract na okoto omo aba obebre into whether Kotoko we able and omo convince no so on running the contract and down said the Madrid for ye bino and as a brand no and they do more bono answer and I say do baby the money bono answer into club no I instead in the contract now I think say now Kotoko for enya yes quality player as omo poetry amaya yahwe unya few goals bi amanya bi ahwe I think say not too many goals in terms of numbers no yes a letter be but watch say with few chances said you be mo blast away wa hanom no o man obeba begini dey no say Kotoko so akere in omo records and some history recent time say omo be kwa kofa player bi di na frɛ wi aba na ebi atin say mbela mo ituga mo baba be kyerɛ say ebi omudi na omode ba na ni suru bebre by sense say league no the way level no city no oba na wa ogire ho na ya adwuma ubetimi ameki name no eso etimi dia konti I think say that is the expectation ho edema this guy and the fact some man number 9 means say omusu mini business omunim guy ni no mo say obetimi get results no enso etimi edia mom ye betimi egina the likes of Tuba Mumbela Modia no so etimi akase bia we so beba be a very good striker for you Kumasi Asante Kotoko.
Okay.
Oje pre-season bibia ni go sas e wo mo anhye go de e be kire Frimpong Mansun bibi de also ye e bia ni up front de na wo ho de ntina goals number onim say e side o mo nhye goals bebre even the Premier League no mo boje ye no na o mo ntan hye double figures ni bebre but say o kwa Africa dia eni say wanim ho no odi kodi agro into one show say a friend the crowd na ye ba ye bra ye ntimi enhye goals no there na wo say ye adapt bi no ma wo say ye nso etimi ade account na I say very important tina me ka say friend is there e ba u wini a eboa but baby nso to sina e no prompt wo e ma hu say say ye team no ye feel say na ye wie ba ye wie ti sa ho say omom jo omko ne omom kofa be hiem no still utum so be here experience bi any other bi so e wo anim honom.
Okay, Osman. Brem na ye ko yenim na.
Efek wa kan nyina.
Me wa wan ayi bia me de be ko ani me be ba na wo da to aso.
Ruby, Dr. Manebo ama na the others ended up see and especially if Dr. Manebo ama with the sports or a fraternity no. In fact, you a big loss and I in your one. Nano power menu aje there ye twemfoni about the selflessness ye been here within our body or ye football organizations you know right from the ministry as a basin ko NAC as a ko GFA and afi other sporting fraternities in na there be some question there says yes we all understand there so be wo GFA so be wo baby no so re ejuma bia the many no yes you are working to be paid but at the end of the day no in the actual system in Mensah akwa Ruby, it looks as if there Abibiano, you're not doing a today. My able to make from money channel and a year share, not what we can give to our nation. In the almost all of us, Obia se kasam ways in any can. In the embassy, I wonder what can we do for our nation, but what we can get from our country. And that is so bad or honor. In fact, let them paying for ya, why should won't claim? Honorable Mutala, for instance, and a paying my chance on video bia. Not all case against politicians are going to politics with the mindset today will call your maniska. And also in the obi biara new politician and so called your maniska. Yakupon was a better. It's in court him so academic I want to believe there. Yes, indeed, he means what he's saying.
Of course. Not say or say if we are saying Japadeni nano. Young fan ko baby ah. Just the be on so dream wo. Kwa na na uni hono ma ni na o ye o de kwa hefa. To wo be na o wi ni ma de kwa.
It's Ruby or lessons in my yana kitchen no. And I want to when your position one pedal will be few honum. Never wash a sham blower that to honum. Oh, Nina become woe. Nina become Mensah Yaka every free anchor nasim way. What's words or man in him? Quite represent Ghana in the name as the sports minister will discuss with him. Kwani yankwa kwa disika na se akwa yakoto kubede mi yakoto weide mi na banbo bun konta maye na yes you can account for it but bisono so yawan kasa wusika kan dem na kebezi me that's the question I want to ask ourselves yet no come ade your money bibia ya ye no basa so yawan kasa with team Dreams FC or yawan kasa with team Accra Heart of Kumasi Asante Kotoko ɛna bosom aso echo players kawa wo managers no enye one a watch na nkyɛn na sabi team no one for bibi direct from back wo no $100,000 ebe mo won bia na ana mo one but oyo man is kentino ye kyɛn ye ndie aya na maka yank Ben Kofi and was one of the times he was the blasters enyim ko Germany ko friendly game na wa kɔ na abane mo won ska there e bia obawa ko spend is kama wo kodu wo no na the German counterpart no wa mo akoni nyina wa fa bibia wa ewie wodu wa na minister no onye penfa wa kan was na ska dam da ye kyɛn ye ndie o se da bi ska ye ndi in just as for ska number no about return is back to the coffers of government in the bisoda do we have such leaders within our midst?
But Chedi, no, and time ya na ka say Obama mo busa questions say friendly games here kwakobo no. When they invite you they take care of everything. But omo na like omo yes so na so mo dey sika ni nyina no hefa but omo mo akonta.
Ati rubi oye suban iti ya basre mpanyimfo na wozi enanyim no. Na fe ka asem bia mo so maka bi. Rubi ya ebotuma siwiase mu dani nyina. Ebotuma nyewiase mu japazi nyina VAT. Even if you're to say, who I say, a Kashima, I had a meeting a plane, my heaven. No one can pull from Obano. And yes, I have furious have a feather. We all aspire there. That ma luxury, Yamayashi Benny Honum. But don't look for the word luxury at the expense there, a Rukunya Rukunyanku. It's a simple because Yakopana Wadum, you are in an advantageous position. In thousand baby baby upon our corner, Josh with him. In the year, the more we see. And then Imuna was by you. At that kind of was about 1 4 can and find ship. Yes, can be about cough we busiafo. But one cousin about predamazing in Yano in the year him fa. So Ruby, I feel there. You share the examples of some of these people. And then I met from both sides of the political divide. Share Honorable Sam George. You're being a radical. Of course. A brand new or Casa from Nobodo. I say, my ways when you need Dumpo into politics, Honorable Manebuama, no training. Up to date. So come make a post to be or cast him one can ya also a friend or catch a massa. Post the opposite to Facebook, Twitter, Konakaifo, and woo here. That means that in politics I will come out in it is beyond MPP and DC. But in the say Bernard, you never there. You never there, FKK. And Pennyfono, support us. Oh, and Pennyfono, I'm buying Chayano, I'm buying so many hand to your power.
No, the moment portray our Bontino, and I'm a man for class politicians, no more bad person. And I'm just fighting for your mube be now kind of said the piano. Bibi kutomo so mo ebo ho ban on and alright just na say dun ketia so mo kan e mfi ma adwemu da say wo de tro e hye bibi ase a e tro no de bia de be yu ho ano saa eno a nti eno a omo a aduaba na omu dua no eso aba na omu twa nti entitiye adwe how bad omo painting the youth no mind no the omo dia polity omo mind no
last time man be call was it UTV obi na oni lady be konya some person me body no mo konya some NPP NDC na lady ne wo NPP mu
yes
na man in the training you know
me hu
impakro no na niema adane I say no say una training no.
Of course.
It's a 1 year na we one look as an no ye no.
Absolutely.
Una training no. And I wo babo na sum.
Wa ba na kwan mentor eye 7 penifo papa. Omo di no ma pa.
Omo mentor mo sa no mo ye yanka na etisa.
They say mo kwatwen sekan, mo fotuo ni hye mo ho. Mo ye wei, mo nkodi atem.
Omo ba ne de.
Oh.
Oras Amos upon.
Yes.
Look at this man.
Nice gentleman.
What Mr. say?
Man me Cristiano one can be our KMA. Kushesha now how chese ya Kastle no kwa down to earth besides Shesha Palace wo mention onom so ozo no ekotokofan and so these are nkrofo na we ka say
and for your mama idea never mama idea
I'm so mo papa na machine to mo mbre na so boko
yes as in film we be am feel there mo si ni nyina no hwe nyimpa ebie na ye ka ona asem wodoso e bia we cabinet meeting
of course any of course na the face of
you we exemplary one lifestyle watch one kasa konodo na ka mo si ni nyaka mpana ka ba honorable Mutala Mohammed say nyimna oyo be vociferous pa
the last day our parliament kona ko she
okasa with fact make one issue be about CIA and NPP UP tradition oko resist history be the it was factual and was the quoting the source na parliament obey issues of the ma speaker of parliament kede one phone twitch and one shadow. These are the things that we talk about. We be yam first kind of yezu urban politics or a competing of ideas, superior arguments. That is it. But in day, what do we see? Into the social media, MPP penyinfo, party na kasem penyinfo. Now what's the good wishes and messages was about? Then there, like we are one.
Of course.
Ne kwenya sabe kobrani dia onyi minyansa bi.
Ni tia you know.
Abete pan na makoma na omori yam ho. But you see sometimes then you don't blame them because if everybody was seeing Kwabi, you see,
yeah, of course.
The same thing happened.
And it happened.
It's was a Jimmy Fubi within those sides. But paying for us will train 1 year.
Of course.
Because the boys in ya. Yes, girls will be a few there. Young Kastle the young Shebufu. As some of Basimisia, young controversial. Now what kind of yan a party no. But in the now partners watch a position while I want camp and yebi or hodum. Into your best against you didn't feed the examples are in Penyufe Beni, Nanya Kafuno. Where to now watch all right. And they think about what you can give to your country in line of duty and I watch it one qua. And Ruby Mizis Namasa smoke the next issue no. Mr. Ye Kenny na no ya crow. Galamse ye can was me. Sancast on man ye better no call a prayer to Galamse yasia. Ruby trust me within 6 months. Cable to me I'll quit Galamse. Within 6 months, cable to me I'll quit Galamse. But also in the both parties, Obiaran Dino Corinthian, I know what Quainfa. Galamse issue see be our launch national program just because they want to avert it. But in the look at what has happened. And see me feel the young use that situation way. Not them problem way. Young fans try no, young carry to a guzu chrome hadi. Yakopana me sika, ye botu, but responsible mining. That is the issue we are talking about. We be all at it ya roho. But ye bayan than Yakopon for one conference. NSSA over create department for the maintenance of our young facilities. No. It is a brilliant idea.
Yeah. There be away. Yeah, we person. Where am for Franca? Where am for Franca there?
And I some maybe say another man.
As I feel on one band, on for bay. I don't know bay. Mama can anya be on there bay.
I say create a dedicated department for stadium upkeep. Aye. Narubi, me pipe ball and I'm a pipe bompo. He knows the right thing to do. Yaka from Kofa. Ya from Kofa what technical know-how. Uncle a job for party boys and girls. Obi asabi uncle suya horticulture how we maintain the grass. Obi a onyim grass no ho hwe. Obi a onyim maintenance no ho hwe. Maintenance asema yeke yakasa about electrician so. Kofa okutan sanu dwuma. One obanyama kiti bia obotum obeye. The minor problems are obotum na waso ano especially if come at grass na ya wakwa yem problems. Yen washrooms or where stadiums will be onya kono. Cape Coast Stadium. There's a particular one be you cannot even enter. The stench no nkabia you fi waba just because kobrani bi o ye nedwuma na o make sure there e ho na clean the medwuma no onkonkoye so supervisors no won aso yandwe no wo ho there abonyipo yesi no baba selflessly oba ba ye adwuma whether you are watching him or not no oba ye nedwuma wetum na wa ye ne yi technical men oba ba maintain the grass what am yen the right amount of fertilizers you make available in so ayezibo gudu day in and day out, week in and week out, month in and month out, able to be you know. For me, these are the most important things. You put a battery, I can try them too. About time to know that we would I and there. Over create not shame code. So for me, my one about the word to know when you're idea no. However, the personal on one by your that is the most important thing. It is only in Ghana. And about today, the energy ministry, that was the dentist Kohonum, Ministry of Education. Now I kafa different person that was local. A commission of culture for Kuna is there to shape policies. But obi a auto system na say obi a onyim da medwuma no. Say no court wo onye dwuma na otase because oye ne field. Into Shanabu Educhum for instance. Obi bo room kakra ho no. Of course. We saw that kind of
MPP and this will be a bonabaso.
And that is how it should be done.
Obekwa Kasenka omanpanyi hama pokra mfa no candidate na adwuma.
Yes, I was one of those who urban advice na ka won push na kontum nkobo honum. And this is what we are saying there. Yenyen kofa urban certain sectors be honum na woti adwuma na ase urban employment so a mama quite there your party boys and girls no wo hwehwe won. Into one side or NDC nya MPP ant no ye manyipoku na adwuma na ebi so na okọ na adwuma potin.
Onko ne party na aba so kra nto onye.
This time around let's do what is right.
He knows there because you can't boil less and pay for my bedroom in Echi. now so can be now bomb match nti obenya adwuma na say want to me maintain a facility so no I can say let's say resign or person resign no I
it's Ruby and sometimes you pay for it is beyond them there what boys in a question hard day no part no hwe wonyim na urban employment na you need to make sure that one conform ko room hono
okay
it will present
but make sure say ube hesa adwuma na wo de ama wo no wo mo beye
Ruby you put yes we brought list no actually list no you qualify but the fact that we brought list no
judgment old nya ho
to so for paying can China won ko fi one qualify to me won nya adwuma
okay
and na ka be feel like you do baby and rationalization on to mo room hono yes, party can present as a list no qualification no. My yahwehwe won kwa adwuma ABC bakuno wo bia na. So onyi bia park no 20. I mean that is the problem I have with our leaders so come hadi. It's no NSA boss aba kase bebre. And for me one for one brother kasa.
Aso muniska adwuma
kaba. On pese kan bi. On pese kan because baby I was no kwai no. I want to sika wo ho no. Stadium say what the matches. One for mbo show no concert na. Chapu na won use one for your own program sir. So you make the money. But I couldn't be able for that. Every year, my team is host all these programs, no. Not to know that money, that revenue, no. On the year kawasem. But I pray and hope that I find a waba. You're so good and and then he's talking about the right issues, no. But you who more of the action, no, than talking. Integrate department, no, from confirm where you're competent enough. Where you're competent enough, also, no, about was the resources, and I was a bay juma. Sikasem, over here fertilizers. Eko baba yara a big stadium like this. Na unsu nyu hono. Ruby so imagine their washrooms. And you suppose the good grass no do. Na washrooms na say nyimpa kwai sese no hono mo no. E hono obo yeso da ye ne hono ma.
Enso onsu ni ho mo onsu.
Owo so na what water pitch.
I'm sprinklers ni ade omo de be ye na. Na asay.
It's water hose ni when you say.
I don't know.
So sprinklers in yadwuma tie to enya water hose nso. No bo ya hene yetumi entobi okrom hade.
All right, that's man.
Let's do better. Let's make sure that Kastle no kofo. This year next time I be zim komo no. E bi adwuma na aya no. Ana ya hwe na ya za kasem. But if it is always going to be the usual,
talk.
let's see hu hwe a we'll complain about it.
Meda sales now, me for course na etie for emfa all my drink share emra show ni so be 45 minutes past 8 on Kastle 90.3 FM.
Kastle FM. The Sports King.
0244-408-046 0244-408-354. Hello, good morning. Reverend.
Omamun ya yako. Kuna tuendram nyasam kitwa. Ema ebushani na aso yako. Una inshedu. Ruby. Some of my boss are pay well. Asking for the leg, the young out. Asking they didn't want on you. Once you bring your living after the 10, our lady. So I thought first when a better young share, young bobo of the swap, was asking, was on what thing. Big way asking baby 10.
Hey!
Okay,
Reverend.
Hey, Miss Ruby.
Reverend.
You get the floor, look at. Then we have been given my one, Madame Asi. Yeah, after from going on, we need fishing, we need shadow. We go on to get you, we did to do any more ball. We did to new shoe ball, or we don't go on to get you one. That's it.
Madam Reverend, hello, good morning.
Good morning, Miss Ruby.
Best time when ye.
Importing you.
Do chrome yeti on a pay.
Yo, Miss Ruby, Namishira. Auna Olugafo Osman na FKK Yaminya Wakasipa and my power bar. This will be if I didn't Damina will be a there or show. Damana some pocan or season pie, yes, and Amunian. In Yaya Yarkanasami, seeing mortars in Monica, a Quambonada and Quabaca. In one go to Oku Stadium morning unit. The dinner was forcing. I added. Na amwana wo hosi sia fiti no na abredo abesina e bi sede de me na wote e bi no bi okuduma e dawo oye ninti o premire ni bi oda aka ho no ye di man papa bi na waye mo ni to opada osodo e di man papa bi na waye na opada osoda anka yin ye ha me na wo yin to waye di man papa bi but e yin ni mu da ba ninti no nye papa mi yurusu no no play the other canon. That is why there. Okay. All dia one akwa I'm trying to work. I want to watch football people. Football people say no what to man.
Okay.
No na so we aba no aba bisu.
Me da say.
No ya ko TSK the Kojo Stadium. No abobo na aka ai.
Me da say. He be Santamwa. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Echo sponsor.
Yeah, sister.
And I pay it to you.
Okay, I'm better kebi be had to folk new goalkeeper, right?
Yeah, Agbasi, Solomon Agbasi. I'm gonna come up.
Them am pen febu bian the improbation goal it's your quarter one ball. Or you be the other dad on a hiboti. And so I had to folk alone your good mentor today. Actually, mania your woman goalkeeping history. Papa ya if you had to folk. Current example or another recent example is a major. And so you're good mentor. Mama on your goalkeeper babonum shisha. Enum shisha we yechi as a goalkeeper or level akuma hoban. And to keep a biala on shisha channel level. Ne bia wa kwa ya kotoko we see na yenti. After come do keep on all banana day. On your good example
okay, yo, may I say that is Lady Asma Bakruma. Hello, good morning.
Good morning,
Coach Miloni.
Coach Milo, okay, pussy.
Yeah, Coach Etiano Pay.
Coach Miss Ruby, I'm going to be a little bit of what indeed there's some no scene. I mean, when I want some your mobile, them three soldiers now. I mean, careful, I don't even care because you pay for more the way. I think one of the leaders within that were plane near a helicopter near a dead coffin who said it will also make during the handing over a plane helicopter was say fortnight when you there me do or the way you share can now says women one they think they are protected, they are shielded into a man will say on for who be they will be protected by one people in the say ya from it when I am Libiana na Nukanando, no one side age on our region and look at what has happened to them. They should do things well. A man, why my youth now are useless. It doesn't will be the politics, you know, because that is the essence of an baby able to win the BBI than wage.
Medasi Coach Milo. Hello, good morning. Me pachodin baby of free and free. Okay, Uncle Paul Etiano Pay. Yeah. Me say me correct. Me can ho asem. Me say me can ho asem. Enya sanity. Ono dey.
Also the obi otazi no akokotokwa no wonye na abo.
Dem not.
What can they?
Onpo one can sample kra. O say obi o pese o se kotoko no. Sa no o kan no.
And then me correct you. Obi o tazi no okotokoto no. Wonye na abo. Obi o tazi no okotokoto no. Wonye na abo. Okay. On fili
on podi on po an campo ye mpo de kan say obi opa de kokotoko no de say obi opa so o hye kotoko no ntina me ana. Hello, good morning.
Aba mi zu
share taxi driver ni
aba mi zu na aso photo so wa
minimo
na no e wa do na me mi
si
mi de dia na kada Ghana football ni nkedi go say keke one yet. Remember, I come to say that I'm coming. Dinner, why my actual come, I'm a DSC, WCC now. That has it. I chance on a room with a DSC with the same. And so, where is that? Seconds in Ponaway. Oh, Mr. In the corner, I used to be behind me using it to me. Hey, you to be. This will be, I will have taken boss myself, my merchant baby.
Aye, Monday I buy you, don't worry. Okay, may say hello, good morning. Me pa chodin baby free say. Oh, dimples it's you.
I'll pay my I will wait here for you now. And master say me come as so and sa plane crash in the scene. Make us say I'm for my currency. But minimum media plane no. Oh, say Ghana here am put a plane. A two Ghana here sounds like Ghana here. Me who say distance ni mu wa bia say
nkasa asemi etumisi before I play ni betu no betu mu say omo ye check-ins bi o so obo check ansa na play na etu anase omo tu na biala say yentu ni yanko na ha ne he ade kwan wa because accident na esi no utu say no enyam kwala accident ade ni mu ade nyame form crazy okay so me hwe Ghana footballer it should be there sometimes say Mampo journalist na be some videos na some discuss about Ghana footballer. Some tie na makuma. Cause impinfo ni nye we say league na umbe normal yin you. Na I think co panelist ba ko ke bi say Cape Coast Stadium for washroom mpo.
Okay, hello, good morning.
Good morning, Miss Ubi.
Boboski.
Miss Ubi.
Boboski too.
Miss Ubi, under the Antasan Papa. Yabayan, Yamina no Mananoji. Kona Ibia Befada could be alu. Hence, you also a corner of Befada Kono. Under the Moriah Hope, and the embaby implemented and the embaby.
Oh, happy birthday, happy birthday.
Miss Ubi, the Asna, so because will be the 10th. Na Asna Sankasano, be 3 years, one more than one shut down soon. Simsina one competing no one modern 1 year. Chelsea, Manchester, no one modern boy shiny. Said we pay you make a Caribbean could move the Arsenal and tell me our position or what that big over down. And he said, I feel seems like a come work a Caribbean. Arsenal or better what to accurate.
Okay, Meda say, hello, good morning.
Good morning.
But I didn't be free. Me pacho ejina ye mama na afi ye no nkasa line break
okay
o so ye yeti o ide ye nko ye nim
pacho an na ya ngo amro busy sorry
oh that be me pacho o line no munya kra mu twitwa sa enye me sure bomadi an sign brand na ye ntimi me pese me we still credit some bomadi sign brand na ye to hello good morning.
Good morning, Miss Ubi.
At in Ten Hag na.
What's it Ten Hag?
Ten Hag get you.
If you pay a sad story neither. No. It doesn't matter more can or your check so or asama wa to Ghana or the Nina Israel. This one on your political issue. Or you've been one papa, or been one leaders on one fee, or been one able to paying for now. This should be very sad. Remember my sports are some United, we are really cooking something. We are really cooking something. It should be. You were surprised though, season yeah, best time.
Surprise him. Me don't surprise me, pa.
The surprise though, pa. Now we chose to know when you're the Bawajino. Shana, the girl busy no. Women still.
Me da say, but me kasa Chelsea ajili gno, munya botre, me nim do ba jili gno next week me kan. Anti no, me kasa Chelsea na ajili gno. Say Sunday ya but now no dey Chelsea na ajili gno, me book mu. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Me ba chodin do be free.
But I'm me line.
Aha, fe dey demu pa, ma tell voice ne come pa cheti o.
But and obo amuna obo to for final gno, o mo data mu.
Tottenham. Hey. Oh, who is on bet magic?
I'm more like with me, Ajo.
Hey, oh, a Tottenham fan. Also, or here fan? Asnazi. Okay, Mate.
But I have to pay the one more or yes, Arsenal, you know.
Plus, no money, a chain, Arsenal, dear no. Position bear now, who yes, so. Hey, sound.
If you feel anyway, yes, Arsenal.
May invite to a studio, no about church, Mamma Yashe. Why?
Okay.
And to me, I'm a fraud, you didn't come away. Me don't buy no church, now only Arsenal for Nabishia. Analyze the issue, no why? Mate, to me, I'm a fraud, why? All right, me that say, hey, Asnazi Tottenham Hospital. Okay, wait, Asnazi Tottenham Hospital. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Me about your baby or free.
Yes, I'm crazy. It's a 50 year after.
Me about you on a pay.
Me about
oh, busa say, and to me and see. All right, make I was say the Radio Hotel Case Club now for no. Ye man wo manya 5 to 16 years. Ye mama join Case Club ni bi. Enkoda no hye me de kan obosumi bia mu eje wo mani pasua de. Ye educational games wo no ye wo swimming lessons e wo ho, cooking and baking e wo ho, music, drama and public speaking activities. Ye wo career development and leadership skills sessions e wo ho de ma no. Na drew birthday no so ya san ye di e de ama oba no. O mom ye registered and to register your child now. No you're part of a Ridge Royal Hotel Kids Club no. Shannon so mami say half yearly membership no ye 270 and annual membership no ye 480. Walk in per session 50 cedis. Intawofo no ye ma ye ma no enyo Kids Club ni bi. Omo masua de enjo mani. Na de na say mo ba register mo ma no 2 or more no. Ye ma mo 5% discount e wo ho. Na omo ba de omo be di de omo ba num nyina no so no. Jama 20% discount e wo ho. Inti Michelle say e waste time. Ma oba no enka Case Club ne home. O sua de wo school mu no. No sua de wo eye fie no so no. Radio Afonso wo niam ahodo a ye be kire emofra no ama omo so dache no. Ya shaping very very well. E de ama omo. For further inquiries call 0312 003 222 and 0501 672 908. Red Royal Hotel, richly inviting, comfortably. Yes. Tewe mamie, kastlefm birthday platform ni. Why already so best celebrate your birthday no in special style na. And ye de akunya na ba. Sebe join platforms na fe. Surprises say wo hode ma wo birthdays no. One son sa entumi en kan bi enu nti bomodia na send day of birth and the month no e fama ye e we yen WhatsApp line ni so 0244 743 143 0244 743 143 send the date of birth no ye pe the day and the month no kwa the day and the month fabra e we WhatsApp line no na fe ye found ka group ne ho platform ne ho na birthday ne so a chede wo bebre no wo so no wonsa etimi akan bi we Kastle FM birthday platform and ye kan fo etumi e de ama wo no ye de wasi mi din e de Miss Ruby Adams Osman and FKK and our tell kan of pay e will show no so ye de wasi pipa sa no pe wo jebre now ne etna ye say de kan tue nya ho fo no wi asne de obi a ne ba bia ne brebe so da potin obekọ ntino wo bobra no a no abo ne kwan so self keke kan ye no edodo na obi a won baby a ne gidie hye se wo gidie se wo akiri no bibi wo hano mu a eya atemmuo no a na wa ye ho bobra no se de wo se wo bon pepepe se wo de wo nyimpo ni wo de wo nyimpo no a wo de bobra no se de wo se wo bon pepepe saa na kokodu wo no na se nei wo gidi o wo nyinyi o wo kwa se bibi wo akire a ene ma papa a wo boye ni nti no na de wo bia won sa kwa akoka etu de live your life no in a manner esene fata at the end no be frɛ kya ba bia no se papa wo mu a ye nyina no yensa etumi aka enu nti no sa ena etie na be the message by he told me to read one of the Bibles no verse quotation about now we say Ecclesiastes 7 verse 2 and I say it is better to go to a house of mourning than to go to a house of feasting, for death is the destiny of everyone. The living should take this to heart. Tieni atem kwa musisi no yemfa nche akoma mefa nche akoma so pa se na ewu no de wo hono de mo bia kan hyebre no wo hono mo bia nti no fatu akoma so na wo bobra na hu se de wo se obra no wo bo no na Ecclesiastes 4 verse 2 no so say, and I declare that the dead who had already died are happier than the living who are still alive. Nti no wo ko tino ono na ni baby akwakodu sisi yi na me no mienu de yenim de be free mu nti bo bra no se de se na fata na ye mompa ye fa ye ho nya so Sarah de nakopon no sa se ohu ye mobo na atofuwo ewu a beba ye mra nsunya de o ma ne pare ye anopa ye de wasi me din Mr. Adams ye kona afidwuma de aka